And right as I plan to turn my mic up, a dog starts barking. Oh my words! Please, I think it should be fine now. But if nothing's fine, someone will let me know, or I hope someone will let me know, because there are very few options that I have to check on my side of things, aside from just using the screen myself, because the game itself, the game window is not big enough to warrant really, me having to move things around and check on my own setup. So let's just get into it. Let me just fix one more thing first, because I just noticed that I have that on. No, I don't have that on. Then I guess it's just cutting me out. Okay, good. Yeah, just making sure, and if anything's weird, then let me know. If my audio is too low, or game audio is too low, let me know. I will turn it up, and if my mic volume is too high, I will turn that low. But there is something cutting out what I am trying to do. So hopefully that fixes it, and if not, then, well, I'm just gonna hate myself. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, training Mayano Top Gun, because I just had to burn some TP, and she was the one I noticed that I had to make use of the most, among other girls, but I'm focusing on non-escape or non-leading strategy, so there you go. That said, I should also pick something up. Let me just do a thing really quick in the background, because I do have things open so I can check to make sure I'm doing things. But I also don't want to stick here. I should just take whatever training I have here, all things considered. I have 4. Oh, this might be a bit interesting. Oh, I have 4 stamina, 1 speed. That explains why I have mostly stamina. I'm like, why are all my bonds mostly stamina? Well, yeah, let's go here then. And then we'll up our motivation. Tension. Motivation. I'll just call it motivation. And if anyone has questions, I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. If it's about the game, then I guarantee nothing. Also, yeah, I'm not using any... Do I even have a trainer or / friend card? I don't think so. So this is gonna get really bad, because usually even if it's just Aoi, I would usually take Aoi. If nothing else, she allows you to save some turns and lower risk in your run, basically. And if I were using one, I would show you, but I'm not, so this is gonna be... Oh, I'm gonna hate it when I get a bad condition, basically. Who has, Rice Shower, and, is this, McQueen? It is McQueen. Which I should have leveled up, all the way, but I don't have it. Oh my goodness, static pops, please. But we're just gonna stick with this for now. Because in the debut race, you only need... you should be focusing stamina more until you get outside of the debut race. I mean, you wanna focus on bonds mainly. I think is the better one. But you do want to make sure you win that. If you don't get first place in the debut race, especially as Mayano Top Gun, you're gonna be wasting turns basically, and you don't want to do that. Also, I don't think I went on an outing twice, so I only do it once, and I kind of just throw it up to RNG most of the time to up my motivation to the max. If it doesn't reach the max by the debut race, then I'll probably just force the affection up. Of course, it absolutely destroys you when you get a condition, because basically when you get a condition, most of the time your motivation goes down anyway. So when that happens the turn before a race, then you just kind of shrug and like wonder to yourself why RNG has to play you like that. And another thing to note for people coming in or may not know as much, when you rest, there are a few events that can proc. One of them is actually procs with low recovery and a negative condition with motivation down, and that's the one you try to avoid. I don't know if there are requisites that allow that to proc, but it seems like people think that it's RNG, and I'm willing to believe that, so that's why I try to lower the amount of times I rest, and usually people do that by just studying instead. And outside of regular events that just give you conditions anyway, yeah. And that's why I've kind of been valuing training stamina recovery through events much more than just trying to recover through using up a turn. which is looked down upon in general anyway. You should be trying to train every turn or do something aside from resting as much as possible. And now that resting can proc, and now that we know for sure that resting can proc those negative conditions, then yeah. Yeah, let's hold off on power for now. Unless we have a 2 bond. Okay, we do. I'm going to try this out more, but I feel like it's the way to go. Just going for training that increases the most amount of bonds across several girls. That way you can proc a lot more rainbow training. Mainly rainbow training, but there's other stuff. Also need a rest here. Hopefully, okay, good. Now that's the better one, rest, where you get 50, and I think the one that gets you the most is the 70. But don't quote me on that, basically. I think so I should be able to skip this. If I don't get first place, that'd be really weird. But it can happen, especially if your stats are a bit wonky at the beginning. And here we begin the Mayano goal of reaching 10,000 fans, which you get 25 turns to do, so you shouldn't need to stress too much. I would rather this than have like 6 to 10 turns every, but I mean, I guess it'll depend. So 25 turns to get 10,000 fans. That's just it. And you'll get 10,000, and you'll hit the turn limit right in the middle of your first summer training. So that's something to look forward to. Again, so I'm looking for... it keeps cutting me off there. I need to make sure that doesn't happen. Hopefully that fixes it. If not, then, well, I might need to restart things. But, yeah, so mainly we're going to look for training that allows us to increase bonds most. Preferably ones that I'd like to do, like this one. This one not so much because guts, or, well, actually, no, that's power. So let's go here first. And I think Mayano Top Gun has a bunch of, oh my goodness, the static pops. The mid-range, long-range races. So you do want to focus some into stamina, or at least I think that's good. But we'll see, because it depends on what my skills turn out becoming as well. I have not gotten any skills, but that's because I'm kind of taking a step back to look at where my bonds are going to be. So, yeah, all this stamina, I shouldn't really have gotten so much stamina, but it's too late now, so... We'll at least go for the 1 power and 1 stamina support I have, and if not, then, yeah, I'll just have to make use of whoever I get. So I see power training here. I don't need as much if I leave Mayano on escape, but I think I'm gonna put her on leading strategy. So that's why I'm putting some into power. Otherwise, I wouldn't really need it. I did not pull up what I meant to pull up. Let's do that. And that way I can have something to look at in the meanwhile, while I'm training. Yeah, let's do this, and we will need to rest, but that's fine. And even if I'm wrong, at least this will provide, if anyone's watching, that will provide people information on mistakes or anything that I do that might seem interesting to some people. And I don't know what that might be, but... Oh yeah, so that would look to be a bad one, but at least I didn't get a condition down. That said, I'm gonna do this. Intelligence is always a good dump stat, if you can't go into speed. Obviously, speed is king, but intelligence isn't bad either. Let's... Yeah, I think I want more... you know what? I might leave her on... I might leave her on escape. Let's go for fans, though. It's just the game recommending it. I doubt it actually provides any real use. Also, there's a pre-op race, so I might as well take it. That way I have a higher chance of getting first. I won't say I'm guaranteed first, because you never know, but... There we go. And you'll get bonus fans for getting first, but, yeah. Still a ways off from 10,000. Yeah, I wonder what's causing that. Anyway. Let us do a thing. Also, I see my stream winking out here and there. That seems really bad, but... Oh goodness. Please? You know what I'm gonna do? If I am offline right now and I'm speaking to no one, then what I need to do is pull up this in the background so that I know for sure that my stream is not, not dead. Okay, so that was just to make sure, because yeah, my preview pretty much died on itself, so I just had to pull up the stream for myself. And yeah, that's 3, but yeah, this is not the support. This is not the support loadout I wanted to be working with. But we'll see if it works out. I didn't, yeah, that was really not great. No trainers and not a lot of speed supports, so is what people might point out, but again, we'll see how well this works. Because it's not like I can't do the training I want to do, it's just that I can't optimize on any rainbow training because 3 of my supports are stamina. I think I have 4 stamina supports, so it'll be really, really tricky to get this to work, basically. Yeah, let's keep going. And then we'll rest next turn, and then we'll look at our races as we reach the sub-15 turns. And to condition up for training, actually, I might want to make use of this, but I have to rest first. Please don't hurt me. Okay, good. Bachiri resting. I shouldn't do that. Bachiri race rest event. And I should be going into skills soon, but let's see how much my stats alone will help. I haven't even pulled up. You know, I should pull those up. This. Go for skill points, otherwise I would have went for stamina. I don't remember all the events myself, so that's something I need to work on. Nothing. Stamina, but I don't need that much stamina, so... Well, I'll need a lot more stamina, that way I can take yellow skills, but... Until then, let's do this. And save that for next week. And then let's do the stamina training, I guess. Oh, this is really bad. I didn't mean to have this much, stamina supports, but that's just what I was kept out on TP, and I needed to just burn it. So, oh yeah, let's race. So yeah, I'm missing. That's the thing. A lot of people haven't talked about Guts, and I guess I haven't. I was planning to come out with a video, but I guess I might just talk about it instead of doing it because things. But let's no, let's stay here for now. That'll be fine. Let's just watch, or just skip it. Second place. Yeah, and it doesn't really give me advice, but not that I would probably follow it, but yeah, yeah, Guts is a stat where people, I mean, it does have an effect. You see its effect, but it's hard to argue it against the other stats to improve, like speed and power, and then stamina is depending on what races you're in, but yeah, that doesn't leave a lot of room for Guts to be used up. So, and I'm also of the note to favor limit broken SR supports over SSRs that are not limit broken at all. Mainly because I think someone's put the data in, and yeah, SRs. At the very least, when you're performing with limit broken SRs, there's a huge increase between level 30 SRs and level 25, so... Yeah, I think we can just safely talk about level instead of just limit break, because I don't know if you get anything else other than that, but the main point is to level it up more, so... Yeah, level 30 SRs basically is where I'm at right now, or am more likely to choose. Really? They want me to do this? Fine. I mean, it's not recommended to me, but it's just what I'm... Yeah, so I did... That's fortunate, but I could have well have just gotten, like, 5th, so... but yeah, work and escape, it's fine for now. I might just be stuck with escape. So, you know what? I might just stick with it. It depends on how my stats are. Again, I'm testing things out as myself, so... Yeah, that takes care of this, but you still want to do more, I think, yeah. Mayano Top Gun, you still want to do a bit more races because there's another race requirement. Or a fan requirement, I should say. I need more power as well. Need speed, but need more power, especially since, like I said, I only have 1 power, 1 speed. I do inherit a lot of speed here, so it's not so... I think I get like 50 plus stats here with a good inheritance, so yeah. Yeah, so that's what you want to see. Long races as well, yeah, so that was a good... This is a good inheritance event, basically. 30 plus, but yeah, I got the more compatibility with longer races, which is what I want to see with Mayano Top Gun. So now I'm S, so it should be definitely a lot more helpful, or a lot. I should see a better performance in races, basically. Yeah, let's do this. I'm only picking power over the stamina training because I need to get rainbow stamina training. I have the rainbow power training, which is good as well, but yeah, and that's pretty much I'm gonna be staying here unless I pick intelligence training. But yeah, rainy day performance up. You know what? Funny enough, I've had a lot of daily races that are in the rain or cloudy, so maybe I should be picking some of those up. But that's for if I need to absolutely... I mean, I have still yet to clear the hard version of the money and the support card experience race, but I'm more focused on winning URA finals with every girl right now. And by extension, at least getting B rank on every girl. Obviously, the Nat 3 stars, I've gotten Bs. So for them, it's more trying to reach A rank. But let's just see what happens during this race. Race. That said, I could set my... no, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to... you know what? Let's do it. So, the stream might... Yeah. The stream might go a little wonky for a moment, but bear with me. Because there is basically a 10 to 15 second delay. I could make it shorter, but I've already started my stream, so... yeah, so nothing surprising here. I'm running a escape strat, or... yeah, I'm running escape strat, so there shouldn't be really any surprise to my performance. It's when I get to the later races. Actually, this is a G2 race. But, yeah, nonetheless, runner escape shouldn't be too hard for people to figure out. Basically, you build a bunch into speed, you still need some power, and then depending on your races, you need some stamina, but you're mostly pumping stats into speed. Intelligence is nice, and guts is guts. And then there's skills, but again, that's why we're watching. So, as I let this race fly and observe, I might as well pull up more other stuff while I'm doing it. So, let me do that. Did I? And again, let me know if my microphone audio is too low, the game audio is too loud. I think the game audio might be a bit loud, so let me just turn that down a bit. Yeah, so that should be more, well, at least to my ears it sounds fine, but if anyone notices, then yeah. Yeah, so that's not too surprising. I just took whatever race. This is not a main race, so I shouldn't be too surprised. But I couldn't skip the race anyway. I would have skipped the race if I could, but I didn't. I have yet to have gotten first place or the trophy for this one, so that's why I couldn't skip it. Let's see. Pull up one more things in the back here while I do this. And as you see, based on my quest progress, you can kind of tell where my progress is at. I failed a lot of, or I haven't raised a lot of URA champions. I don't even think I've made it to a lot of URA finals, like 50% of the time. So, yeah, that should goes to show. But that's because I'm more experimenting with things. Also, another perfect rest or excellent rest. And let's see, I need the speed. I have too much. Again, I'll keep saying it over and over because I know people might jump in, but I brought, I was trying to burn TP, so I wasn't really looking at whatever supports I was taking, and I took a bunch of stamina supports, so yeah. Also, this is a good one, but I'm about to run to the beach, so let's instead do this. Because I need to up my intelligence. My speed needs upping as well, but I've already clicked the button. Actually, all things considered, I should have rested. But it's too late now. So this, I might take this, but I need to take this. Also, that helps with my bonds, so even though this is the first summer, even though it is a summer training, it's the first one, so I don't need to worry too much about maximizing everything right now. But as we get into these races within 6 to 8 turns, then I need to, yeah, I need to start paying attention. So... Another power, but let's see. No, nothing here, so I should just do this. If I get speed training rainbow with good increase, then I might take that, but doesn't look like it, so I'm going to do this instead. Just so that I can do another stamina trading at the end here, with a good chance to succeed. Again, I didn't take any trainer or rival. I should have taken like 2, 3 speed and 1 power and 1 AOE. Now that my AOE is level 30 as well, because that's a thing that I could talk about, but basically I limit broke my AOE card once, so yeah, you know what, actually we're gonna do this for the sake of my own stamina. We might race next turn as well, but let me just check something real quick. Static pops? Yeah, let's do this. So, yeah. I mean, if it's not 0%, it scares me, but also my microphone is going out of control, but it's fine for now. I do want to take one of these races, so let's do that. This could get really bad. I swear I need to just do something really quick in the background. I'll let this race fly just to see where it goes. Yeah, while I fix things in the background. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I think I know what it is. What it is, and I think I fixed it, but let's see if my audio quality doesn't suffer for it. So again, my speed isn't as high as it would as I'd like it, since I'm using the escape strategy or runner strategy, but it's fine for now. I'll adjust my strategy as needed, unless I start taking skills, which would be really weird, but yeah. So again, I apologize, my stream is kind of has a larger delay than usual. I did set myself to low latency, but I should have set myself to ultra low latency, all things considered. But yeah, I'm on low latency, so there's about a 15-20 second delay between what you might, what's in chat and what I will, basically what you're seeing on stream. So this isn't too surprising. Suzuka pulls forward. That's just Suzuka being Suzuka. But for now, I should be okay. We'll see though, because I forgot to take skills. I should have bought some skills, all things considered, but it's too late now. If I got a lot of general skills or unique skills, though, I would like that instead, actually, now that I think about it. So, we'll see. Yeah, so Mayano Top Gun, get in front, stay in front. That's a pretty Mayano Top Gun strategy, but I do want to pick up stuff in the meanwhile. For now, even early game, I would, if we're to talk about the best piece of advice, level up your support cards and just focus on just mooching good inheritance girls off other people. Really the best thing. Yes, strategy is important, and knowing how to distribute your stats and get the most out of stats is also important, but in terms of what other things you can control, support cards. So, going deeper with your support cards and leveling up a few rather than leveling up a bunch. And by priority, you would level up any SRs that you've limit broken, because SSRs, unless you're obviously spending money or just have the resource or got really lucky, then you do SSRs, but otherwise, limit broken SRs are not a bad one. At least to level, if you can get an SR card to level 30, those are pretty solid ones. So this should be a slam dunk, but I'm going to wait until the end to skip, or wait until my girl crosses the finish line to skip before I skip. So again, not too worrisome. If they were tied more with me, I would be more worried, but we'll see when we get to the next race. Again, here we can't really control because we only have one turn left. So let's hope that when we rest here, we don't get destroyed. Otherwise, I could go on an outing instead. But let's rest and hope for the best. Okay, good. Another excellent rest for 70 recovery. And of course, there could be requirements and whatnot. It's largely RNG, but if there are requirements, there are requirements. Let's spend these. This is the gold ship skill. I shouldn't need it, but unless it there's no positional requirement, right? So I should be just safe to take it. That said, this is the yeah, I could just take that as well. But I think we're going to take a bunch of yeah, we're just gonna go full escape strategy. I guess we'll just do hurt the dirt speed meta strat. Not that there's anything bad about it. It's just what the norm is. So trying to employ it shouldn't be too hard. Of course, I am missing some stamina. My stamina is a little lower than my liking, and my guts is obviously not high at all. But you kind of just throw away guts and you just do stamina because that's just how it was designed. It just happened to be designed that way. So unfortunately, yeah, we ignore guts most of the time. Grant, you do want it somewhat high. You do want to increase it somewhat, but yeah, speed, power, stamina. And intelligence as well if you're skill based, but intelligence is just a good all around stat. So basically everything except guts for now. But no, like if we're to be serious, guts is still important in its own way. You will see its effect. I've seen its effect. It's just that compared to the other stats, it is less of a priority. Obviously, if I had the means to do so, I would increase every stat and then focus more on speed and power if I were not doing escape. But since I'm doing escape, I would like more speed. After that would be stamina and guts, because you want to make sure that you get the most out of your speed. Stamina first, then guts. If you didn't already know, or I don't think I've released a video that talked about it, so I should talk about it here. There's already a formula made by Japanese trainers. For English trainers, we've translated it, but it's been mostly what everyone's been following, where you basically get speed as high as possible, but there's a balancing factor where you want to balance it with power if you're doing longer races. But that's more coincidence of raising other stats that speed is lower because of that. So speed higher if you as you run escape, leading, insert, or drive or chaser strat. Basically, as your strat puts you farther in the back, you want to increase your power. Then you want to increase your stamina according to what races you'll be in. Guts is kind of just always at 200 to 300, and then intelligence is the wild card where you can't get any other stats. But that's the formula. My personal formula is as much speed as you can. Stamina, again, is similar to the formula where you do it according to your race. But if you get debuffed, you want to more. If you think you're going to be debuffed, put more stamina in. Guts shouldn't be higher than stamina, unless you're working a very specific strat, in my opinion. But I'll talk about that later. Power, depending on how much power you use. Again, the formula is a pretty good. Basically what I agree with. I agree with the formula. And then intelligence is as much as you need to proc skills, but it's an overall good stat, so minimum 300 intelligence as well, just like guts. So that's kind of my more detailed formula, but it depends. And that's why I'm streaming now, so at least I can kind of go through and see where I'm wrong, see where I can commentate on. Here I would have liked more speed, but I couldn't have known that. Speed and stamina, actually, considering it's a very long race. Gold Ship with her usual strat of being a drive or chaser. So, yeah, here she's going to take over. Here I would have liked more speed. More stamina would have worked as well. More skills that could have procced, but they didn't proc, so that's the skills being skills. Again, it could be anything, even guts, depending, but again, stamina or speed would have just saved me there as well, so we're not going to argue too much on that. Also, I took Gold Ship skill. It could be a complete waste, but I just wanted to test something. That's the only reason why I have Gold Ship's yellow skill. Or just Gold Ship skill. That's it should be pretty obvious what I'm talking about if I just say that, but yeah. So again, I would have liked more speed, but it is what it is. Let's see if I don't have... You know what? Because I don't have any speed training, or my speed training wouldn't have got me too much, so around here is when your bond training should be where it will be at for the rest of the run. Of course, you always try to increase it when you can, but yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't have. That's fine. The other thing is I might switch to, yeah, I think I'm gonna, no, I can't, that's right, I took the escape skills, that's so bad. Fan letter. Oh, yeah, this is really bad. You know what, with my power as it is, I think I'm going to This is really bad. We're gonna do this stamina training for a moment, and then let's hope we get speed. We have her at max. Unfortunately, is this even my good speed support? I don't even remember now. Out of curiosity, actually, I'll find out at the end. But I've already gone into here. Yeah, that is not the speed support I wanted. So, yeah, this is gonna be really. At bare minimum, we're gonna take a lot of yellow skills this run because my speed is not where it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would like my speed to be around at minimum 400 right now. Considering we have long races, granted this is 2,500 meters, so it's not the longest race, but stamina's fine too. But yeah. Although I'm pretty sure if I raised... so you know what? Knowing this, let's look at the race and see what happens. I don't doubt that Guts would have been my solution to winning the previous race, but again, I've already kind of made my bed. And my stats are kind of okay. Guts is the one that's lower, but again, stamina and or speed would have solved that issue, I think. Or intelligence, depending. Or more skills. This is a whole bunch of answers, actually, when I think about it. But for Mayano Top Gun, I guess, yeah, staying speed stamina is better because that way it can activate her unique skill, and it would be useful for her staying in front, basically. So, I think that last race was 3,200 meters, though, right? So this one should be more doable for me. Actually, with knowing this, I should be going on outings, because I think I might want to do the crane game. To get a guaranteed blue skill that I can learn, because you always get level 1 hint skill, and you'll get a level 2 hint skill from the game. If you'll get a level 2 hint for the blue skill in the crane game if you get a great during the crane game, which I think is at least $4. Maybe a combination of the big doll with the little dolls, but basically $4 should get you a great on the crane game. Otherwise, I mean, getting a great gets you a level 2 hint as opposed to a level 1 hint for succeeding. And if you fail, you don't get anything, so I'll have to think about that, because, yeah, with all of these long races, with Mayano Top Gun's training story, yeah, I think I want some blue skills, especially if my stamina isn't going to reach 500, which is probably not going to be the case. Yeah, I want to start building blue skills. So I don't plan to take any red skills, maybe a green skill if I really need to complete a race, but I should be focusing yellow-blue. A little bit more yellow, but I need at least 2 or 3 blues and definitely 5 yellows, so let's do that. And also, just to say it now, during my I do watch some of my PvP races, or the races in the quote-unquote current PvP mode right now. Yeah, and debuffs, they work, but when someone uses even just 3 blue skills and all 3 of them proc, that red skill pretty much didn't do anything, so it is what it is. Also, if you're just so far ahead in the front, red skill, it won't have any effect, so... But that's more a stat problem. The actual counterplay I've seen in effect, based on my observations, is if you run blue skills and someone debuffs you with a red skill, but you proc even just 2 blue skills, yeah, you should be okay, basically. But the red skills are pretty powerful. When they proc, I think they're more than equal to 1 blue skill. So if 1 red skill procs, but you proc a blue skill to recover your endurance, then the red skill's effect is still heavier than that 1 blue skill. Of course, like I said, if you proc 2 blue skills or 3 blue skills, but you get debuffed by red skill, you kind of usually come out okay. We're going to heal stamina here. I know I'm going to go on an outing, but I need to do this. Also, with nothing yet happening during the day, let's try to get the crane game. Okay, there we go. Oh no, that was just the luck chance. If you get a napkin from here, though, you kind of just get ruined. So you just get owned. But that's fine. That way I can at least use the stamina while getting more stamina from this event. Please give me some speed training. No, I might just have to. Yeah, I might just have to do it. You know, we just have to do it. This is pretty good too with all these people here. I'm not including the generic NPC. She's important, but yeah, that was just more generic. You know what? Let's... Actually, with that, let's go on an outing one more. Unless this is speed. Yeah, we're gonna take this. I stumbled on my words, but it's because yeah, I got Biko Pegasus Rainbow training. I think, yeah, I shouldn't have used that, but that was just on. I need to fix that for my support packs. I need to switch out Biko Pegasus for my Agent Flash, because my Agent Flash is level 30, maybe even 35. I think level 30 though, but even that is still more important. So no outing, so we're just gonna try to increase something. Probably this, yeah. This is the safe option, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna be focusing stamina, maybe a little bit of power, and then intelligence. And guts will increase whenever, so I'll just do it whatever. Not enough points to get any skills I want, so we're just gonna stick with what we've got. 3,000 meters. But we'll see. Again, if I lose to another gold ship, or if I lose during the final race, like someone accelerates past me, then this is when I would have liked guts. Guts for priority, then speed, then stamina. No, guts, then stamina, then speed, because if guts is a problem, then stamina helps alleviate it the most, and then speed. Yeah, and I feel that's the case. Speed gets you out that front gate and into the middle, but I feel like stamina, and by extension guts effect, is more influential on your speed in the later half than having a higher speed to just outspeed the stamina, basically. And of course this doesn't matter for short distance races and some mile races, but oh, nice hang, by the way. But yeah, stamina's effects shouldn't be underestimated, basically. Otherwise, it would make no sense to run a non-escape strategy on short distance or mile races. But in that, I guess in that regard, if you are running, say, insert or drive or between or chaser strategies in short distance races, your speed's gonna still be pretty high. It's just that it won't be as low as it would be if you're running mid distance or long distance. So it would be more along the lines of so say escape girls would have, on a short distance race, say, so like 1,200 to 1,400 meters, I think that's short distance, you would have like 1,200, you have maxed out speed, and like, yeah, 1,200 speed, but all your other stats will be like 300-ish tops. As opposed to, say, if you're running a gold ship chaser, or any girl who's a chaser and has an A rank in short distance, or you're running them in short distance races, they would probably have like 900 speed, but like 400 of every other stat. So that's kind of where the stat distribution goes to, and after that it's based on your skills. Which is why those strategies are important, because some skills obviously activate based on your positioning, where you're going to be positioned, where you are in the race, what position you are at the race, and so that's why you want to use skills that, you know, doesn't seem like it makes sense, or you're running girls with a, say, insert or push strategy in short distance races as opposed to escape, but that's because, say, you're using oops, sorry for the static pop, but you're using a Symboli Rudolph's skill, where you need to pass people to activate the skill. Therefore, you would put that on an insert girl or a pushing girl, because they're gonna speed up and pass people, and then the skill procs, and then it activates, and then you beat any escape or leading girls. That's the theory behind it anyway, and how I think about it. That's why I kind of favor Guts a lot more here. I think Guts could have solved my issue here, but stamina and speed could have also solved this, I think. So, we'll see. Yeah, my Mayano Top Gun probably doesn't have anything else with her. Also, when you see the computer proc skills like this, oh, nice 300-meter skill proc, by the way. But yeah, when you see other girls proc skills here, yeah, just expect to get outsped if you don't burn your own skills. So 6th place, yeah, that's a pretty fail. But there's nothing I could have done. My supports are all wrong. You know what? Just for the sake of doing it, so I can look at it, I wouldn't have really spent this clock, but I kind of want to look at what the other girls' stats were. Also, to just try to remember if other girls' stats are as they will be. So, hello, dog. And let's see here. Yeah, Narita Brian. Yeah, she beats me in every stat, so not too surprising that I lost there and that she sprints forward. Guts is still the lowest, I'd like to note, but she didn't win that race, actually. Wasn't it McQueen who won that race? I think it was McQueen who won that race, right? But still, same thing. Her stats are a little lower, but when your skills proc, you know, they proc. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let me just go back to my Mayano Top Gun just to see. So yeah, all yellow skills. I should have had a blue skill somewhere there, and then my guts is on the floor, but yeah. But I can't switch because 2 of my yellow skills rely on me using the escape strategy, so I don't get to choose, basically. All things considered, maybe I could have used more power, but I think that was a stamina guts issue. And if I couldn't raise any of those, then speed, but it is what it is. I'm going to let this race fly while I go check on things in the background. So yeah.
Mayano Top Gun 会長に飛ばして行きます。先頭はMayano Top Gun単身で飛ばして行きます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは11番内の方から5番4番手には成田ブライアン、さらには4番少し離れてメジロマックイーン、内をついて1番後ろ2番内からテイエムオペラを1馬身離れてゴールドシップ1馬身差13番内でスペシャルウィーク第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。先頭から後方まで間延びした展開。
I forgot that I set my mute microphone to a shortcut, but it's not set on the same button to unmute my microphone, so it is as it is. Also, that bit of muted period might have. I mean, if I was on any other streaming platform, that's definitely a mute. But here, probably was a mute too. But we'll see. So yeah, going into this, I might be repeating myself from other streams over and over again, but I feel like it needs to be said to at least remind myself at minimum. But for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, obviously other people stream this game or other people have their strats and stuff, but when people put up their builds or when they succeed in winning URA champions or hard races later in their training, just remind yourself of what their inheritances were and what their supports are. Because, you know, when you have like level 35, level 40 SSR supports or SR supports, yeah, you're probably gonna you have an easier time getting to finals and stuff. Granted, it's not guaranteed. There's always a bit of RNG, but yeah, having inheritances that give you plus 50 stats or allow you to S rank the strategies or race types that you're going to be racing in, yeah, that might help a bit. But yeah. That's just the thing, isn't it? So, yeah, this is fine for now. Narita Brian's going to pull it forward. Maybe I will see McQueen accelerate here. If this is McQueen, then yeah, that's to be expected. But my goal is to just get past the race, so even if I clock this race and somehow make it past, that's fine. But it seems like I see Gold Chip and I see McQueen speeding up there. Let's hope they don't overtake me, because I think I need to be 3rd place or higher, so we'll see. I need to proc another skill if I have one available. Otherwise, yeah, we're just gonna take this race as it is. 2nd place, actually. I think Mayano Top Gun blocked them, so it's fine. So here it's like, oh, you don't have enough guts. So I mean, she's not wrong. My guts is lower than as the game would expect, but turns out you don't need it. So, or it's not as high as priority. Well, that's the more accurate statement. Guts isn't useless. It's just not the priority stat that happens to help us the most of the time, which is important because obviously succeeding 60% of the time is better than succeeding 30% of the time. And as someone who's experimented with guts here and there and with lower speeds or higher staminas, let me tell you right now, yeah, guts effect is not as prevalent as it is in the average case. It can still be a problem when you have lower guts than someone else, and they pass you, but yeah, it is what it is. So their guts still has its effect, but it's not the priority stat to train, sadly enough. Yeah, so 1 race left. I would take power if I needed it, but we're gonna take speed and well, let's take intelligence actually. Thank goodness study also increases your speed. Even though it's not a huge increase, it's still an increase. That said, I would like a blue skill actually. And since we're going to be in a lot of long distance races, yeah, let's take the one that matters the most to me. course, it won't help me when I'm not racing in long-distance races, but for the sake of survival, if this is a mid-distance race, I'd still want to take it because I believe Mayano Top Gun's URA Finals, if I recall correctly, are long-distance races. So again, point proven. And I think that's the max distance we have available right now, 3,200 meters, so yeah. Also, I have to hope this blue skill procs, but, you know. Let's check at least 2 other high priority competitors like Naruto Brian right here, who does me in every stat. So yeah, she's using pretty much the build I need to use right now, except she's on leader, or she's on the leading strat, as opposed to me who's on the escape strat, but I have less skills, so. Who else could be? Super Creek, just to see. Super Creek is usually a big stamina guts girl, so. And as point proven, a bunch of blue skills, and then if the green skill procs, it helps her out overall, but yeah. So let me just check on things for in the background just for a moment. Meanwhile, I'll just leave myself here. And if I take a break, I take a break because I haven't eaten yet. But I'll take a break for sure at the earliest after the next or after this run, pretty much. But I should hope to make it to URA Finals. I'm also going to be watching the races to see what happens. Again, for data, but, you know. Let me fix that in OBS really quickly. Yeah, so the fact that I'm not in front right now, also, I think, depending on how power works, if it works one way, then I'm losing a bunch of power by challenging this generic girl up here for first place. Sorry for the static pop again. And here there is that Happy Meek? Or is that... I didn't get a good look, but we'll find out. Unless it's just another generic girl, but... Oh no, that was a Sayun Sky, I think. Oof. McQueen is being blocked right now. I shouldn't need to worry about her unless she overtakes from the outside. Super Creek, same thing. So I'm really only worried about the people in front of me. But if anyone pulls up from behind, they pull up from behind. That's just their strategy. So, you know what? All things considered, fair enough. But, let's see. Yeah, definitely don't think I'm getting first. No, we might. Depends. This is just the middle of the race, so I shouldn't be too worried. Actually, I should be worried, because if this is the middle of the race, that means the people who are running between and leader right now have a high chance of catching up, especially looking at where I am in the race right now. Yeah, being up here is not where I want to be. I don't want to fall behind at least, so if Naruto Brian blocks me, so be it. If Rice Shower blocks me, that's going to be a problem, but... I need to start proccing skills, but we'll see. Oh, please proc skills. Please proc skills. I really need you to proc skills at the end here. 4th place, that's Rice Shower. That's to be expected. That's Rice Shower's job. I'm speeding up as well, but my guts is lower, so someone else is that. Super Creek or McQueen, I suspect that to be. I don't remember the numbers. I see a lot of enemy skills proccing, so that doesn't bode well for me. I'm not going to clock again, so if I lose this race, so be it. That's nice, but I needed more earlier. Also, knowledge of the racetrack, I'll get into that in a bit, but knowledge of the racetrack probably would help me out as well, help me out well, if they're different. Where am I? I can't tell, that's not a good camera angle. Where am I? 2nd, 3rd, 4th? 4th. And I think I needed to place at least 3rd, so... yeah, we're just gonna take this. We're just gonna hold that L. Actually, you know what? I'm so salty, I'm just gonna do another one, but let's get out of this one, because my support cards were not where I wanted them to be. Yeah, so, I mean, that was nearing URA finals, but it's yeah, my support cards were not where they were supposed to be. Also, the skills I took were not where not where they're supposed to be. My power is also lower than I wanted it to be, as well as my stamina. But again, that I couldn't have really controlled that because my support cards were already stuck. But at least I burned the TP I wanted to burn. So we're still gonna be training Mayano Top Gun. That's a nice mid-distance inheritance there. But I don't know if I'm going to be using. So as you see, I'm stuck with C rank on Maya. But yeah, that said, I did say I was going to take a break, so I'm going to take a break really quickly. Shouldn't be more than 5-10 minutes, so we'll see here. So let me just do that really quickly. Yeah, my support cards were not what I wanted them to be, but that's just what it is. So yeah, I'm going to be away for a moment. Let me just fix things really quick, and I will be right back. I'm back. Although I'm gonna be eating. Yeah, I needed to eat. But I will mute myself accordingly. I just needed to get back into it because I'm still salty about that Mayano Top Gun. Though I'm more salty about my towards myself because I was the one who caused that. Because I did not pay attention to what I was setting my supports to before the stream. Also, I want to test out my new shiny Aoi level 30. Because, funny enough, people don't have a lot of Aois because they all go to Tasna, so rip Aoi, I guess. Aoi. But yeah, we're gonna go here and we're just gonna take whatever we get. Let's go for rental, why not? Again, if you're new players starting out, there's nothing wrong with mooching because yeah, look at these stat gains. Goodness gracious. It goes to show at least what other people are doing, and they're all trying to inherit that sweet, sweet speed. But yeah, I think we're gonna stick with something like this. We're gonna switch this rare card out. It did me well. Because funny enough, I used I know Daiwa Scarlet is an easy girl to train as well, but I trained her with what you saw just there, so I trained Daiwa Scarlet with this and it did well. Granted, a bunch of these are like level 30 plus, so I mean, that's not fair to say, but it's like, oh, I did a rare card. It's like, yeah, but look, you have like level 35 Asian Flash, level 30 SRs, and yeah, not much needs to be said about that. What I did want to do, I don't think I have a choice, do I? No, I think I'm just going to stick with this. You know what? We're just going to stick with this. We're going to see who else we have, though. Question mark? I would like either, funny enough, a Guts or a Power. Probably going to go this right here. Actually... I think this is the one I usually go with. Yes, I know I have a plus 35 rare card right here, but... Listen, it works wonders. So let's just think let me just think for a moment. Not that I have much else. Otherwise, I might take the Super Creek. But again, I don't need as much stamina based on how I plan to do things. So, and yeah, like I said, I usually prefer level 30 SRs. So again, I have a Tachyon right here. Tachyon, yeah. But she's not level 30 yet, so yep. And then we're probably just gonna stick with this loadout. I know there's this Guts right here, but again, I'm more for building a little bit more Guts than usual, but of course not at the cost of speed. So yeah, let's go. Also, from time to time, I might mute myself. That's because, yeah, like I said, I'm doing things in the back, so excuse me if I do that. Yeah, so again, I'm of the opinion where you want to train with as many bonds as possible, even if it's something weird like this. But I'm also not. I mean, you still want to win the debut with Mayano Top Gun. You definitely want to win the debut race. Otherwise, you will be spending turns racing in low pre-opening races, and you don't want to do that. So. But after this, yeah, after that first training, I think I'm gonna, do this. I only do it this way so that I can not waste, quote-unquote, the stamina. But yeah, let's see. You know what? Eventually, I mean, I guess the Guts training isn't so bad considering that, it increases your power and stamina, so I guess that was designed well if they intended that, but, you know... oh my goodness. Why would you do this to me? It's fine. And I think Aoi has become available in my training, so let's hope she appears, because she will be my... or some other form of motivation up. So yeah, she appears this turn. And now let's see if she appears, because we want to up those bonds. Running Aoi or Tazuna is basically free, or a safe way to recover your stamina while keeping your motivation high. The reason for that is because when you rest, like I said earlier, you have a chance of getting events that give you a bad condition and lower your motivation. So not only do you have to spend the turns recovering that motivation if it doesn't recover through some other event, it also means you have to remove the bad condition, because most likely it's going to affect your training in some way, whether it bans you from increasing your speed or just lowers your stats from training outright, or even has a high chance of proccing an event that lowers your motivation. I believe one of them has that effect. You don't want that on you, so yeah, you want to if you want to play it safer, especially with the benefits like learning skills from the trainer supports, or friend supports, what they're called, more closely, then... Oh, I should have rested, actually. I didn't mean to do that. The bottom one was 5 stamina, but it's fine. But yeah, the trainers are a safe way to rest or recover your training stamina. So... yeah, definitely usually want to... They definitely make it your training safer. Also, they provide flat benefits like every other support card. But, I mean, again, it depends. I don't doubt that there are people running no trainers. Everyone wants to laugh and say, haha, Tazuna easy mode. But when you're presented with no Tazuna life, then, yeah, it's not as funny anymore when you don't have Tazuna in your life. So, you know what? I'd take her. Because the alternative is, again, suffering, so... I think I would like some speed training. Yeah, you know what? Let's work on Aoi here. She only needs to be, I think, even 25%, but I think 50%, or she needs to be at green before you can go on outings with her. So, again, building up the bonds early helps you with the late game when your stats mean more, because, well... if nothing else, your training level increases, which means each turn awards you more stats per turn, as opposed to early game when your training is definitely at level 1, where you won't be getting as much. And that's without thinking about rainbow training or bonds, so, you know. If I am... I don't know yet. I definitely want to pick something up, but if you're confident in yourself and you know you're gonna make it to finals, or planning for the long term, I would save your skill points for higher discounts, because I believe you could get higher discounts if you let events fly and maybe proc more hints. But if you don't believe in yourself, or if you're not confident that you'll pass races and make it to URA finals, then yeah, then it would be more beneficial for you to pick up skills now and go farther, as opposed to fail and, you know, not to be able to train anymore. So and so now that I don't think you need to, I mean, aside from threshold or checkpoint races, you don't need to be at a higher fan threshold, but let's check just to be sure. So let's go in here. Give me more fans. You can switch this in the options, but it functionally doesn't mean anything. So yeah, so here, if I didn't get first place in that debut race, I'd be stuck at the pre-opening grade races, which is basically a waste of a turn. At least one turn, so you don't want that. Get first place in your debut race. It's not hard, unless you get RNG'd. Then we have a problem. But yeah. Yeah, so even doing this, though, spreading out my training, I'm not so confident in my stamina. Or my speed. I keep saying stamina. Speed, because basically, obviously, every turn you don't spend increasing speed in some way lowers the overall max speed you'll reach. Again, but I'm doing this for bonds, so... And in my experience, going for bonds early and unlocking rainbow training as fast as possible is ultimately the safer, more beneficial option in the long run, at least in terms of making it to URA Finals. If we're talking about trying to train a girl for inheritance, that's something else entirely. That said, yeah, let's just do this. And then after, are my stats where I want them to be? Depending on my strategy. I guess it depends what strategy I'm using, right? Probably just gonna stick with escape, and we'll see how my skills roll. And my stats, depending on if I get a bunch of power training. Obviously, my power is low right now, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, we're gonna be stuck here. We might go. Yeah, we're going escape for sure. If we're gonna be taking a race within the next 5 turns, I'm gonna go escape and see where we're at. I also would like Aoi as soon as possible because since I've done Mayano Top Gun so frequently, so recently, I know that the first summer training is at the end of these turns, so I don't need to worry about making it in time. What I am worried about is, again, getting the races done, because I'm not building towards escape, basically, is what I'm doing. Or any strategy that's to Mayano Top Gun's advantage, but we'll see. And then... But if I have good trainings, I'm not going to skip out on that. So again, I see 3 bonds I can increase. I'm going to do this and not race. Yeah. And I know I see a lot of pre-op races now, but trust me, I think there's even a grade lower than this, but basically the races you get for not getting first in your debut race are not... You don't have a choice. It's low fans, and the game is basically forcing you to get first place before you can race in anything that would give you more rewards, basically. Also, again, I'd like to excuse myself for muting myself. I am hungry, so I am kind of eating, and while I'm eating, I mute myself, so you don't have to go through that. You don't even have a face cam up. I do have a face cam available, but I don't use it. I usually like to let the games fly, but yeah. Oh, goodness. Don't tease me like this. You know what? We're going to... Or if dogs keep barking in the background, then I might mute myself there as well, but... let's go... Considering this... let's rest once and see what happens. Actually, I should have gone in an outing, knowing that I want to get the train game. But sometimes outing doesn't recover your stamina, so... You know... Although that last turn was a good turn for bonds, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So... We might just race instead. That'll be fine. And I'll mute myself for a moment. Just to say it right now, yes, I know I'm taking a G1 race. I'm probably not gonna get first. But if I even get 3rd place, that's good as well. Again, I'm doing this mode to get the race out of the way.
しどりが熾烈になりそうですね。
マヤノトップガンと17番、この2人が競り合っているぞ。マヤノトップガン快調に飛ばしていきます。先頭はマヤノトップガン単身で飛ばしていきます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは17番、内で同点上段。第1コーナー回って第2コーナー。さあ花に立ったのはマヤノトップガン。このままリードすることができるか。続きました17番、さらには同点上段アグネスタキオン。4番手、5番手には5番、12番並んできた。少し離れて7番外を通りまして、16番2馬身離れてキングヘイロー。1馬身差3番少し後ろからゴールドシップ。外々並んで15番、さらに内から6番少し後ろから1番、外には9番少し後ろから2番、後方2番手に10番。向こう上面に入って先頭から新狩りまでおよそ13馬身。順位を振り返っていきます。先頭マヤノトップガン、レースはよどみなく進んでいます。続いては17番、3番手には同点上段、4番手に12番。すぐに続いて5番少し後ろからアグネスタキオン。1馬身差キングヘイロー。少し離れて16番、さらに7番1馬身離れて3番外を回ってゴールドシップ。内には6番とどめをついて15番内1番外9番。第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。中山の作戦は短いぞ。後ろの子たちは間に合うか。当選上段食らいついていくマヤノトップガン。先頭はマヤノトップガン。これは強い。100をついた。3番手争いはゴールドシップアグネスタキオン。マヤノトップガン足色は衰えない。逃げるマヤノトップガン。お見事マヤノトップガン。
Alright, I'm back. Oh, that's... I actually have never seen that G1 that's because it's a G1 race, right? Yeah, I think that... I have not seen that animation yet. Good to know. Might make that my thumbnail as well, but it's fine. I've already chosen one, so... Yosh, I think that's... Yeah, I don't know if those are guaranteed. I forgot what the difference is between those choices, though. Granted, there are different versions, but... give me this. And, yeah, so I've done my fan goal, but I still want to race one more, because I know that... Well, actually, I can check, really. So, 25,000 fans there to enter that. So, yeah, 25,000 fans minimum. Which means I should probably race at least once more. I probably already hit that. Maybe I already hit that. I wasn't looking at my fan count, actually. But, yeah. Let's just be sure. Also to get more skill points for more skills. So we'll have to see. And then... Yeah, let's do another one. Funny enough, if I recall correctly, I could just look it up, but... I'm pretty sure you have to answer a certain way during Aoi's initial event that allows you to go on outings with her. So funny enough, if you don't choose the... if you don't choose the right of 2 decisions, then you can't go on outings with her. But I think you get a skill in return, which is kind of odd, but it's fine. Sadly enough, I did not unlock Aoi yet, so we're gonna, yeah. Every time I rest, I get so scared now. I don't know, like I said, maybe it's based on requirements as well, but yeah, I mean, knowing that it can happen is scary, where you can get motivation decrease and a negative condition from resting like that. But OPG, yeah, let's at least do a G2 race. That should, if I win this, this should guarantee me, also good for skill points, but, you know. Also like to note, no rainbow training yet. Yeah, let's go for intelligence. When in doubt, intelligence, if I can't do speed for some reason, or I don't want to do speed because the speed gain maybe is not as high as it would be. That way I can study and save stamina and spend it on another turn where, you know, the stamina increases a lot higher. Oh, back to the race. Sorry about that. Also gonna run out really quick while the race is going, so sorry again, gonna have to mute. At least the announcer talks, so if you're worried about copyright stuff, you can kind of feel free to leave during the, go AFK for like 10 seconds during the race. But yeah, that's just the thing. As someone who has made videos and streams, I definitely can let you know right now, there is you get, not a strike, but it's copyright monetization things for BGM, for certain BGMs in Uma Musume. So yeah, So I'm going to let this fly while I go take care of something really quick. I should be back before the race ends, so yeah. Enjoy!
十分に実力を出せるレースとなりそうですね。
虎視眈々と上位を狙っています。3番人気はマンハッタンカフェ、2番人気を紹介しましょう。スペシャルウィーク、スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って、1番人気マヤノトップガン。
気合十分いい顔してますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いはサイレンス鈴鹿、マヤノトップガン15番。マヤノトップガン先頭に立つのか。続きましたサイレンス鈴鹿、激しい先頭争い。外から行く10番、内から6番、外を回って15番、1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。注目株のマヤノトップガン現在トップ。サイレンス鈴鹿並んできた。早くも激しい競り合い。その外並んで10番、その後6番、5番手に15番、内の方からアグネスタキオン。その外並んで14番、2馬身離れて2番、差がなく3番、1馬身離れて17番、11番並びかけてきた。そしてスペシャルウィーク1馬身差ウイニングチケット外12番、さらに外から16番、マンハッタンカフェ並んできた。向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ9馬身。順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手はサイレンス鈴鹿、続いてマヤノトップガン10番、3番手少し後ろから6番、その外並んでアグネスタキオン。それを見るように2番、少し離れて3番、内から15番、14番続いている。内を回ります。11番、少し離れてスペシャルウィーク、そして17番、さらにウイニングチケット少し後ろから13番、1番並んでくる。マンハッタンカフェ並びかけてきた。間もなく第4コーナーカーブ。
ここからスパート。一気にレース。
先頭は見合ったまま、このまま直線での争いになるのか。
Alright, I'm back. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself again for another few seconds, but hold on.
後ろの子たちは間に合うか。
Just to say that I was back.
突き放して逃げるマヤノトップガン。残り200。リードを開いていくマヤノトップガン。2番手争いはアグネスタキオン、サイレンス鈴鹿。粘る粘る。お見事、マヤノトップガン100歳以上の強さを見せた見事な勝利です。弥生賞を制しました。マヤノトップガン見事な勝利だ。2着にはアグネスタキオン。ビクトリー。マヤに夢中になっちゃった。
Also, yes, I did notice that Agnes Tachyon was speeding up at the end there as well. More than I was, more than Mayano was, so that was, could have been scary, but let's just move on. Oh goodness. Dog, please! Also, the dogs have been chewing my shoes. But, let's see. Rainbow Training. Guts. You know what? With 4 supports here, I might as well, right? And yeah, that's because my support, my followers support has, I've used the Guts one, but that's because it was so high level, so I mean, how can I pass it up? Also, I'm about to inherit like 50 plus speed, so again, this run isn't too spectacular in terms of strategy. It's just brute force here, so again, nothing to be too amazed about. Although I would have liked the long distance level up, but again, I'll take this 71 plus speed, so you know what? Yeah, that's a lot of speed. Yeah, if I become URA champion here, it's because of that. I'm not gonna cookie cut anything. So yeah. Lesson is, level up your supports, level up... Oh, goodness, the game crashed. Well, there goes that. I will recover it really quickly. Let me just do that really quickly. And this is a problem with some people have this problem, both on even on phones. So yeah, it's not specific to any certain people with in certain situations. It's just literally it happens sometimes. I'm on with 205 errors, but that's more a time error in terms of the game trying to read. Yeah, there's my trainer ID. I'm pretty sure I'm full on followers, but you know, yeah, it's the 205 error for non-foreign players. I think is more a even if you set your time, it's already based on the time that's set in Japan, or basically the server time. So if you still keep getting 205 errors, and it mainly happens in between the 2 daily resets. Yes, there's only 1 daily reset, but if you played with yeah, if you're like me and playing at certain times, then you'll notice that there are 2 different resets, and that's probably when you don't want to risk racing. Or if you are planning to train girls during that time period, don't plan to use clocks, because you will get a 205 error until the daily reset actually happens. And by the daily reset, I mean the one that gives you your login bonus. Because there's a time discrepancy, so even if you set your time, because the answer is, oh, set your time to Japan so that you can resync, and it's like, no, that doesn't work anymore, because once you've seen that error, you're probably already stuck. It does work for some people, but it's for most people, you're gonna keep getting that 205 error, so you can't use clocks. And I assume that's because of an issue with trying to read the free clock use. And I swear I've seen it before where the clock... I know I've used my free daily clock, but it shows up again, and that's kind of what causes the 205 error, is my guess. Otherwise, it could be any number of problems, and depending on... It could even be a few problems depending on the person. Or it could be... For one person, it could be a different problem than someone else. But it's the same 205 error. So, you know, it happens. Really? What do I have here? Also, I unlocked Aoi outings. I'm pretty sure if you pick the bottom choice, I did it once just to experiment, but you get a hint skill instead, but you don't get to go on outings with her. I think maybe you still do. Someone can correct me on that. Like I said, I've only done it once, but yeah. You know what? We're gonna take the guts here. Yeah, strangely enough, we're gonna take the guts here. The thing with Aoi though is that now that I have Aoi, I can safely rest into the summer events. So yeah, so this turn I could rest. I could choose to rest, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do this. And then we're going to go on the Aoi outing. That way we can top ourselves off as much as possible. And then we will be in the summer training. I might have wanted to do one more race, so there, I mean, that's a Maya event that lowers the motivation, but Aoi fixes it. Or Tazuna if you have Tazuna, but I'm more familiar with Aoi. Or basically trainer cards. Or friend cards, friend supports. So, again, I recovered. If I didn't have Aoi there, I would be in trouble because I would be missing energy, and I'd have to go on self outing, which may not be the. I was about to say, where are all my supports at? Well, I guess we're increasing power. We might actually even switch to the leader leading strat. So, yeah. Also, yeah, we've cleared it. 10,000 fans. And we should be okay. We might need to race 1 or 2 more times, not counting the checkpoint races, obviously. But yeah, we're also going to... I swear there's a girl who has a race in the middle of summer training. I'm just like, really? Right in the middle of summer training? But I guess maybe there's some balancing. There's some balance in that design, but it's really... That's really bad. Why does she have a race, a checkpoint race right in the middle of a... Yeah, right in the middle. I could do this, but I don't want to risk it, so we're going to study instead. All things considered, I should have just taken the training. I should have risked it, but... Because I still have 1 more day left. But then studying there lowers if I get a good training that I want to do. Yeah, that's pretty important. This is important too, but let's go for it. Good. You'll know immediately, even before you reach it, because your girl will make a quote and she'll fail. If you hear that, if you heard those quotes, then you know you failed the training, and you don't want to do that. Now that I have this though, let's get our free rest here. Let's do another free rest. I can't remember. I think I go bottom here for what I want. Yeah. I think the top is a skill hint, but I can't remember. Also, I didn't get any energy, but I would rather do that. And we can rest here. That way we can go on a self-outing if we need to. Actually, we still might go on a self-outing because I think I'll need... Yeah, I'm going to... No, let's just do it. Especially depending on what... Okay, yeah, I have pretty important ones here. Usually I would take this, but for science sake, I'm going to take the stamina training here. Just to remove the emphasis from guts. Also, I'm already at near the minimum guts, and I'm pretty sure it'll rise through events. When you're 10 stats away, especially when you have yet to reach the URA finals, you should feel pretty confident about reaching the guts threshold or the whatever stat threshold you have. Also, my stamina is shot right now, so I need some blue skills. Even if they're not on discount, I need blue skills. I can't avoid it. That's for actually short burst racing. I shouldn't do that, but I should do everything else. Yeah, and I should probably take some of these unique skills. Basically, a bunch of unique skills. I don't think the gold should. Well. This should be fine for now. I want to be in a lot of long distance races, so, but I also want the crane game. I need to get into the crane game, oddly enough. So we'll see. Also, my motivation is not at max. That might be a mistake. Whoops. Unless that happened right before the race, I don't remember. That's my fault. So we're gonna head into this race. We're gonna watch to see what happens, see if I made the right choice. Like I said, I mean, I'm sure 20 extra guts might not have made. Well, actually, it can make the difference because that literally, if the game thinks that an extra difference of 20-30 points will raise your grade, then that probably might mean something. Which probably might show as to how the points actually affect you during the race, since it's point by point. But we'll see. So I'm gonna let it fly while I get a drink. Oh my goodness, sorry for the static pops. Nice late start, by the way, or delayed start.
先頭はマヤノトップが単身で飛ばして行きます。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは17番、その内並んで2番、4番手スペシャルウィーク、そしてその内を回ってメジロマックイーン、外からシンボリルドルフ、さらに外から18番、その内並んでビワハヤテ、第4コーナーカーブ、前から大きく開きました。縦長の展開だ。
各自自分のペースを保っているようですね。
依然としてマヤノトップが続きました。17番、その内並んで2番、4番手にスペシャル
My nose? That's because I did. Yeah. Yeah, this is normal for now, but we'll see, because I see a Rudolph, I see, is that a tail or a special week? I can't tell. Super Creek as well, Gold Ship, so any of these four girls could just pull up ahead, and depending on my luck, I could even get blocked by a generic girl up in front here if she passes me, and then just fall to, like, 7th place, but we'll see. I think that was the sound of someone getting debuffed, or that was the quote of someone getting debuffed. Can't remember. I do hear skills popping left and right. Also, you see it on screen, but you can hear it as well. I think actually the audio is based on the camera distance. So, but yeah, when I hear skills pop and it's not my girl popping the skills, that's really scary. So did pop that one. That's nice. That'll help me for the last part of this race. But we'll see if she keeps it, because now I might need speed. I see them coming up. There's Rudolph coming out from the outside. Oh, and there she is speeding up. So let's hope that this last leg I have the guts to last. Guts, speed, yeah, guts and speed to last. I don't think I'll need power unless I get passed by more than 2 girls, but yep. So I procced it. Proc the yellow skill. Please stay it. If she pops another skill, I might actually lose here. If she doesn't just pass me up by stats alone. But we'll see. Yeah, winning ticket in second, I believe. I don't hear anything else, unless she just outstats me. No, she needs to activate his skill. Okay, I should be good unless someone comes up from behind. This is still pretty scary. 150 meters is still scary. Never mind, winning ticket just pulls out ahead. She outplayed. It's fine. I mean, all things considered, for some reason I wish they could allow you to clock races that you even succeeded, but I guess that'd be a bit too mean, because if you clock a race you technically pass and then you like fail, that would be a thing, wouldn't it? But yeah. Yeah, winning ticket. I guess that's her job as well. She's usually not on the escape strat. She's in one of the other strats, so her passing there isn't too surprising. But yeah, I'm wondering if yeah, probably also a motivation problem if we're really looking at it that way. But what's done is done. Let's move on. Yeah, so as I said, you definitely need to do another race in between, because you need 25,000 fans for this one. And then after that, you should be okay, but definitely need. I should be able to get that much no matter what race I take. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. So let's do this race, and actually no, because let's just do the next race, even if it gets less fans and skill points. That way we can make use of Aoi right here. And we should be okay now for the next race. We have 2 more visits with her, but yeah. And then we just take this race and we should be fine. I think I'm gonna skip this race. I feel confident, and even if something weird happens, I'll skip it anyway. So I shouldn't need to worry about this. Also, with an S rank in mid-distance races, my performance, 7. By 7, that's pretty big. Maybe maybe I misread that, but yeah, I shouldn't have needed to worry, basically. We can take a rainbow training here. What would I be missing? No, that's there. Stamina. It's stamina. I'm missing stamina. But I need this instead. Technically, I'm already near my stamina limit, except if I run into the URA finals. But I'm gonna save the next summer trainings for stamina training, so it should be fine. But we'll see. I'll take that, because I don't think I have another blue skill to take that would help me, because this is for short distance races, I believe. So if I'm reading that kanji right, my eyes are a little oof right now, but otherwise any other of these skills would help me too, but I usually take unique skills. At one point I didn't believe in stacking unique skills, but I guess they still work, so that's why I'm taking them now. And if they don't work, then well, something weird like if you take too many unique skills, it spreads your proc rate or something weird like that. I highly doubt that's the case, but yeah, let's watch this race. Just to see what I should have actually checked the stats. I think my rival was Hishi Amazon for this race, so of course someone completely different. It could be a vodka winning, but based on the event, it shows you that's your quote-unquote rival. And for good reason. Usually she's the one who has the highest chance to win next to you, if not you. I see a Narita Brian here, and Oguri Cap, Grass Wonder, TM Opera O, Metroid Orion. So, I mean, yeah, when you see a non-generic girl, be confident, I guess. So, we're gonna let this race play out while I get another drink of water. Alright, and yeah, Daiwa Scarlet being in the front is also not as surprising. Yeah, Daiwa Scarlet, and depending on the race, Bakushin O, but I usually don't see Bakushin O in these long-distance, mid-distance training stories. Obviously, she's in mile and short-distance races, but again, that all depends. Daiwa Scarlet is more all-around in terms of seeing her as a CPU, but her strategy is usually to just stay up front and be up front. Sometimes she falls back and then accelerates back, but usually she's like a CPU Mayano Top Gun, where she bursts up front and tries to stay up front, which she usually does until the near end, when, you know, Super Creek or Teo takes the front, or Oguri Cap, because that's their job. Did I proc a skill yet? I wasn't actually watching. I turned around, tilted my cup of water to my lips, drank, and then looked back and didn't notice. You'd think I'd be able to hear the skill, but yeah. So that will help me. So for sure I should have enough endurance to last the race. Unless, of course, you know, I don't have the guts to stick with someone who accelerates past me, like this Naruto Brian who's creeping up. But it should be fine. Well, it'll be fine as long as I stay up front by the use of skills, or maybe someone debuffs Brian for me, but we're about to find out. So if I see her, she's likely to pop a skill. If she does, I'm gonna get scared. I see 3 girls in the back pop skills, and this is kind of the time where they can still catch up. There's Hishi Amazon, Naruto Brian, I'm still up front, someone else. That was Naruto Brian. I'm saying Naruto, that is Naruto Brian, right? But yeah, I see her popping skills, and yeah, she was starting to catch up there, so that was, that got a little bit scary. Hishi Amazon, unfortunately, I think she was being blocked, so Yeah, it's fine. No, Naruto Brine was even... I don't know, is there something weird about Naruto Brine where she's usually the top competitor, or is that just in Mayano Top Gun scenario? No, she was mine as well. Actually, she was present in the last one, but for some reason I saw Hichi Amazon in the pre-race event. The next one is second place or above. That's gonna be something to ask for. Again, this high speed probably helps out, but as for stamina, if I don't get any blue skills, my stamina might fail me. And especially as I come closer to URA Finals, I need to find the time to up my stamina. Also, yes, there's a dog barking in the background. I have dogs in my neighborhood. Our family owns dogs, so... but usually they're not the ones barking. They do bark, but they're not the ones barking. Hey, good. I think that was extra, yeah, because usually 10 to all stats. But, do I... I mean, I might as well. Overall, 36 stats in a turn is pretty good, so you know what? Let's take it. But again, not too surprising. I'm using high-level supports for where I'm at, and my inheritances are actually pretty good. So, again, for what I'm satisfied with. Don't need any more fans unless I want to grind fans or skill points for outside of this mode. But like I said, I don't think. Yeah, I have yet to get a Mayano Top Gun in as champion. So let's do that. I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't really have any other good training. I could have actually taken an outing, all things considered, so you know what? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So here, I'm going to do a regular outing and hope I get the crane game. I actually want the blue skill that comes from the crane. Okay, here we go. Of course, I need to succeed as well. So, and I have my own strategy, but I think it's RNG. Well, aside from hitting for certain, you want to hit the doll in the middle. That way, you can at least pick it up. But what happens after that? What happens after that is, I think, more RNG-ish. This is not the perfect grab, so it might fall early, but we'll see. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. But when you grab it in the middle, you have, I say, about a 50-50 shot. If you miss the middle, you just won't pick it up. So. And I'll let you know if I fail. For me, I want to let go of it later than I expect. That's how I'm getting in the middle, but I don't know how anyone else works. This could fall as well. Hey, Mayano, you got your own doll. All things considered, in lore though, in canon, in lore, it probably makes sense. Ooh, that's a little far right. Yeah, I'm not picking her up. No! That only would have been a great success if there was more than one and I returned with it. So this is fine, and I get the blue skill from here. So yeah, and I think last I looked at it, it was a pretty good blue skill. I'll look at it during the next race, but yeah. So this is a level 1 hint. If you get a great success during the crane game, you get a level 2 hint, which obviously means you need to spend less skill points, which is good. Yeah. 41 overall points, we're taking that. Yeah, it's going into guts, but compared to other trainings I had, it wasn't too great. So my guts is over where it should be, but in my experience, this is kind of where the guts I want to be at. I would advise people to be at if they could hit it comfortably. Of course, I don't think I can even... Did I get it? Oh, I already bought it, didn't I? I bought it. That's what this is. I knew I bought... someone's probably yelling at me right now when I said, they're like, go get the crane game to unlock the skill. And here I am. I already have the skill. But, you know, yeah. Well, at least I'll remember that for sure. If nothing else, we'll take this. Again, I'm just taking general skills at this point. Do I have nothing but general skills? Because that'll at least allow me to... I mean, aside from long distance races, but what I mean by that is skills that depend on my strategy. I don't think so, so I should be fine to kind of switch and swap in between. My power is a bit high, too. I could go... and just to kind of look at this. This isn't really that important, especially if my blue skills trigger, but... yeah, let's see here. That should be okay. Yeah, so my power is reaching a bit high, but not to the point where I would not run escape strat. So, if I wanted to be proud and stuff and try to build towards it, I would go leader strategy and increase my power more. But since I have a lot more stamina this run, I'm going to stick with escape. So there's that. So meanwhile, while I let this race fly, let me check on... I'm not going to mute myself because I'm obviously not doing anything that would require me to do that. Let's do it based on this, actually. Wait, really? I don't have it pulled up? Let's see here. And again, feel free to ask me anything. I don't guarantee that I'll know the answer to things, but, I mean, at minimum, it's good to brainstorm. So let's see here. These skills... that was the crane game skill, but yeah, you can obviously pick it up from other supports and girls, but if you don't have that skill available, then you'd have to pick it up from the crane game. Let's see, no, it's a common skill, I think. Or it's not, it's treated as, let me see here. What? I don't see it. I'm looking at a resource right now, and it's a common resource that you can probably just look up if you put in the, let's see, so that should be that, right? I think, question mark? And that's there. Also, I could look at the race, but I'm gonna look at this first. I feel like it's more important. So let's see here. Yeah, recovery in a straight line. Yeah, so we still have a bunch of the race to go, so again, if you don't have that skill available, the crane game will give it to you. Granted, you need to go on an outing and you need to proc the crane game, as everyone who's done the crane game or has tried to do the limited quest for that knows, so yeah. But yeah, it is a good skill because it's a general blue skill and it helps you recover your endurance, so I mean, if you're lacking stamina for whatever reason, or your stamina is just low, or you think you'll need it, you have a blue skill right there, if you get the crane game. That said, though, I can't imagine... I mean, a lot of people go without it. A lot of people don't even pick it up or do the crane game. They just rest and train. So you don't need it, but it is another option that's available to you for stamina recovery, basically. Or if you're lacking stamina for any reason. Also being taken over by this TM Opera O, that's fine, that's her job. Also, yeah, that's... this is kind of to be expected. McQueen, TM Opera, and who is that? Is that... I can't see right now. The camera's focused on McQueen. I might actually lose this full force. Why did that happen? Yeah, so... oof. And I need to get second place, too. Let me just take a look at what... Naruto Brian, TM Opera O, Gold Ship, McQueen. All girls focused on passing you up. And if they decide to do so. But CPU will usually choose to try to pass you up. They're not running escape strategy. Yeah, we'll try one more. We'll clock once and we'll see. We'll just take it. That said, let's take a look. I usually like to take a look, especially if I lose, just to see. Yeah, Major McQueen. Maybe I just got... No, yeah, I think I know what happened. Aside from the stamina deficient. But I needed both... So basically, I need both of these blue skills to proc now. Because I don't have the stamina to last compared to other girls. So... yeah, that's to be expected. Naruto Brian usually outstats me if I'm not up to date. And then there's TM Opera O. We'll see. I think I just need to get... yeah, I now need to proc my skills. Which means I should have trained more stamina. I should have brought... well, no, I don't even have a follower support that uses the stamina because people don't bring stamina. Everyone's emphasizing speed. But technically in that case, you're wasting overall stat. Your overall stats won't be as high. Sorry for the audio, the static pops, but yeah, your overall stats won't be as high, which is basically waste of stats. Because if you bring a stamina support and do rainbow training, that's more efficient than just doing... I mean, because obviously if you're trying to build some stamina, you're going to have to stamina train at some point, unless you're only doing, I guess, power training? And I guess that could be a strat, considering I'm running Mayano Top Gun. I could run her not escape. But if you're missing stamina, you probably do stamina training. And I would rather do stamina training that's a rainbow, especially if it saves me a turn. I'd rather do 2 or 3 stamina trainings at rainbow than 4 or 5 regular stamina trainings. Where, yeah, the increase in stats is still a lot lower. And then that way you can spend turns focusing on speed or power or whatever you might need. Mainly speed, but you know what I mean. Again, that's just me theorizing. Sadly, again, Guts is thrown out the window most of the time, but let me just take a look at this. Maybe I just got blocked. Again, I wasn't watching the first race, but granted, we're only in the first half of the race, so it's in the second half that Gold Ship, McQueen, TM Opera O will speed up. And then Narita Bryan can just kind of do whatever she wants. Well, at least in the CPU one, because she's the one you watch out for in the Mayano Top Gun. She's probably the reason why this one isn't get first place, it's get second place or higher, because it expects you to not beat her. So I did proc both blue skills. So if I lose here, I need to look at something else. Especially since my supports and inheritances weren't that bad, it's a problem with my training or the skills that I picked. But it's definitely it narrows it narrows what my problem was. So this is already worrying because someone's might be about to pass me. So Narita Bryan is probably gonna pass me here. It's McQueen. McQueen was the one who passed me earlier. Gold Ship could pass me, or TM Opera O, but I'm mostly worried about McQueen and Gold Ship. So, yeah, Narita Bryan is just going to break away here. Meanwhile, yeah, me as Mayano, I need to be at least second place. So let's see here. I think I got second there. I think I got lucky that McQueen was blocked, or McQueen didn't proc everything. So yeah, it's saying that I'm missing stamina, and yeah. So again, I don't really have much of a choice. I didn't bring a stamina support, so hopefully the next summer training is coming soon. Otherwise, I just have to increase my stamina. Probably not even by much. Probably just like an extra 20-30. But that can make all the difference. Especially, again, here's where I wish I knew what the stats did more so. Oh my goodness, never mind. Only one turn left. Granted, this one I think I need to be, third place or higher. I'm also about to inherit 70 plus speed or 50 plus speed, so... Here we go. Again, the speed did save me there. I'm not going to deny that, but... Yeah, speed, 1 star, 6 stars, 8 stars, 11 speed, so 68 speed there, so oof. Also, I picked up the Rudolph skill, so... I won't be using it though, because I'm escape, is the thought, unless I haven't looked at it in a long time. I should actually check to make sure. While I think about my next move. Yeah, definitely want stamina. I might as well. I have a bond here. It ups my stat increase somewhat, I think. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, overtake 3 times at the end of the race. And that's definitely not going to happen if I play escape. If I play, but I don't have a lot of power anyway, so I need us to stay escape strategy. Yeah, so unfortunately that extra 14 stamina will have to do. And again, I have to proc both blue skills. I have to proc both blue skills and hope they activate, because if they don't, I will not have the stamina to survive. Meanwhile, I think Narita Bryan's in here too. I see a McQueen, a Rudolph, Super Creek, and there's Narita Bryan. But let's just check to make sure. So yeah, she has a lot of stamina, more than I think is necessary. Rudolph, let's look at this. Might as well look at the skills. She has a lot of blue skills, a lot of yellow skills, as Rudolph's would probably have. And then TM Opera O is the only other one, but she's not the threat I'm worried about. It's McQueen, sometimes Super Creek, and Rudolph. Did I say Rudolph twice? I meant, Rudolph or McQueen passing me. I can be 3rd place, but again, that'll depend. And if I get blocked in by a generic girl, then I guess rip me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, these later races are the ones I want to watch to kind of see what's happens. Obviously, the race is calculated when you hit the start race button on the strategy screen. Sorry, but so that's one blue skill, and the other one will proc later in the race. But for now, I should be okay on my stamina. Those 2 generic girls being in front doesn't mean anything, especially in a 3,000 plus meter race. So we'll see what happens. So later on, I think near halfway in the race, I kind of want to definitely still be around this area. I don't have, yeah, so this area. But when I get to the end, Naruto Brian's probably going to pass me. McQueen might pass me. If she activates a bunch of skills, she will pass me. And Rudolph is the only one I'm afraid of. But obviously, yeah, if those 3 girls all pass me, I lose this race. I might clock once, but maybe not. If I clock once, I need to hope that both blue skills proc. Again, my second blue skill hasn't proc because it won't activate. It won't activate yet, basically. Yeah, rip sub 300 stamina. I definitely need to increase my stamina. I thought I had another summer training, but I mistimed it. So I should have raised my stamina earlier, or gotten more blue skills. But again, there's only 2 blue skills. So again, them being in front doesn't mean anything. They're going to drop near the second half of the race because they don't have enough stamina. The generic girls usually don't have high stat total, which means they're lacking stats somewhere. Same thing for me, technically, but I put more into speed because that's how this training run went. So I would have liked to have like 30, 50 more stamina over my speed, but it is how it is. And also, I guess technically I could have not increased my guts as much, but yeah, and I guess guts does mean less in a 3,000 meter. Granted, that means the last leg is also longer, but since guts doesn't kick until the last part, there's like 2,400 meters of race where my guts isn't taking effect. So yeah, so as I said, the generic girls are falling behind. Naruto Brian pulling up front as expected. Because she has an overall... She's at pretty much URA Final stat level. She has like 2,500 total stat point total. Also, I haven't seen that proc in a while. I wonder if I've been messing up somewhere. But it's fine. I don't think my second blue skill ever proc, did it? So, oh no, here it's procking now, but it's a little late. I need to proc another yellow skill. I think I have another yellow skill. I need to proc it though. Otherwise I'm going to get outsped by TM Opera O. Or I could just be being blocked by TM Opera O. Nope, I think I got 4th or 5th. Or even worse. What was that? Was I like 15th there? What happened? I was 8th. I didn't even see myself. Yeah, I'm kind of sad they don't tell you what happens. Let's clock once. I have more than... Well, I'd be saving clocks, but since I'm streaming, I'm just going to clock just to see. Yeah, so my stamina is definitely lower than it should be. Bare minimum, I want at least 300 by this point. I would have... Optimally, I prefer to be 350, maybe even 400, but... 350 is my safe spot, 300 bare minimum. If I'm going to stay this low, I would have needed more blue skills, so that I didn't drop off during the second half of the race. And with that said, I'm gonna watch this race. So, we're gonna watch. Nice! Having a bad start won't help me. I might clock again, actually. Having a bad start and not having high, yeah, that's not great. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I get lucky and a bunch of people get blocked. They block themselves in, but that's not likely to happen with the... Well, Rudolph, it's 50-50. If you see a CPU Rudolph and she starts running on the outside, get scared. And then if you have a Naruto Brian in the way she is right now, hope that she doesn't overtake you during the second half. And then after that, it will really just depend. Yeah, I'm gonna start falling off early, I think. No. But we'll see. Oh.
その外並んでスーパークリーク大きく離れてジンボリルドルフさらには AM オペラを1馬身離れて4番
Yep, there's Rudolph, there's TM Opera. Oh, yeah, definitely need to proc more yellows if that's the case, because I don't have any more blue skills to proc after they both proc. So I need to make sure my speed stays high, or I accelerate a lot more during the last leg of the race. But that completely depends.
コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていく馬娘たち先頭は変わらずマヤノトップが続きました18番15番3番手およそ5馬身開いて成田ブライア12番5番手2馬身離れてブライスシャワー1馬身差5番少し後ろからメジロマックイーンそれを見るようにスーパークリーク2周目の向こう上面各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています先頭は相変わらずマヤノトップが1馬身差18番1馬身離れて15番成田ブライアこの位置につけています5番手には12番後ろブライスシャワー1馬身離れて5番
Oh, we have a rice shower in this race? I see her right there. But the announcer said it first. Oh, we have a rice shower in here. That's gonna be fun. So if it's not Narita Brian, who is pulling up right now, it's gonna be a rice shower. And an aging flash, but yeah. It's this into a rice shower is gonna try to pass me. So I see someone approaching from there. That's Rudolph. Yep. That's to be expected. She might... Let's hope. Where am I? Yep, Rice Shower also passed me. So this does not bode well. What would I do to fix this? Aside from stamina. I think that's the only thing I can do though. Yeah, I think I have to focus stamina. So, or focus stamina earlier. I made the mistake of thinking I had summer training before this race, but I didn't. So yeah, again, Tazna right there is telling me to improve my stamina, even just by a little bit. So, I know where to fix it. I took guts when I didn't need to. I should have taken stamina instead. So I'll switch that out. That was the follower support, so I can switch that out definitely. So that's that. If I don't have any more TP, I think I'm just gonna stick. I'm just going to and we'll see though. Closer, but I'm still stuck at C for Mayano Top Gun. These are not great inheritances either. I mean, actually, one of them was good, but yeah. So 72 guts is definitely too much. I want that in my stamina because even if they are the same, I would rather have 350 stamina, 300 guts than 372 into 288. And then maybe power as well. Just reaching 400 power, but that's even that's too much for escape. Currently, according to the formula. So yeah, but definitely the guts is too high. Not enough blue skills in my opinion. Just one more. I wouldn't trade it out for any of these yellow skills. Just get one more blue skill me. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, that was my best run. That didn't feel like my best run. So. That's that. Yeah, and then I think the second part of it doesn't that say April 4th or April 8th? If I'm reading the date correctly, otherwise I could just be. I didn't check it. I only checked it once. But let's look at our TP. We do have more runs, so let's do one more. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more Mayano Top Gun, and we'll see what happens. So. We'll do the same thing here because I really need to focus her. And yeah, we get a bunch of speed this one. I'm gonna speed through it more though. This on the other hand, knowing I need stamina, can I replace something else? Probably take this. I think that Ogre Cap and replace that with my. Replace this with one of my staminas. It has to be an SSR. Sadly enough, I don't have unless someone else has it. I don't think so though. I would have seen it. So on the lookout for a stamina or limit broken stamina. Otherwise, I usually take Super Creek. Let's just check to make sure though. Yeah, so we're gonna take Super Creek, especially since she has Arc Maestro, or she has the blue Maestro skill, which is pretty good for recovering. So yeah, we're gonna go with this, and yeah, this will be my last one for the stream anyway. I'll have to rush through another run to burn all of my TP, but I have other things to do because I'm also a game developer as well. I know I say that often and enough and repeat it over and over, but I feel like it's good to remind people and myself. That way I can get back to work. So, knowing that I don't have another summer training before those races, I need to make sure my stamina goes up. Unfortunately, my Super Creek is not level 35 or doesn't have any none of the staminas I have, stamina supports I have available have a bond starting bonus. So I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally double clicked. Why do they not allow you to? I would rather they allow you to confirm that, but it's too late now. Yeah. And unfortunately, because Super Creek starts with no starting bonus to her bond level, I need to spend turns increasing that. So I have to hope that the bonds kind of cluster up in training. Otherwise, I will not be able to raise my stats as high as I did last time. So this is a nice start, especially with power needed, but again, I also need speed as well. So we'll see. And I'm going to leave my motivation where it is in hopes that it increases normally through an event, but yeah. Yeah, we're going to pretty much skip every race, including a couple after the summer training, because like I said, I'm focused on getting past the race I lost at, basically. I might watch the one where I need to get second place or above, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it is definitely going to be a bit harder. I think that's the max stamina in value increase, which is nice, but yeah. So let's start working on these two, Aging Flash and Aoi here. But I definitely want to still try to maintain my bonds and get Rainbow training early, definitely before the first summer training, so that I can increase my stats as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I'm not I probably should have taken the top choice. I'm not very experienced with Ogre Cap events. I probably could look them up, but yeah. Yeah, we'll keep following Aoi for a bit. I would rather have Aoi than anyone else because that allows me to get more training in, which might allow me. It's the safer option. If you gamble and succeed, then your stats increase a bunch. But that said, yeah, Super Creek Aoi, that's fine. And we'll keep looking around. I'll take this only because it helps me guarantee the debut race, or at least increases my chances. Again, you don't want to fail the debut race. If you fail the debut race, that's bad, especially for Mayano Top Gun's training mode. And then now I need to do it's fine. That's a bunch of bonds, though. This is pretty good. That was 4 supports in the study, so that's fine, especially since study's failure rate starts decreasing at a low training stamina threshold. I will need to rest now, though, so I'll do that. Then we have one more training, and we'll do this. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty good RNG on getting the training I want bonds to appear at and having a lot of them appear. Obviously you can follow supports around, but it might not be in a training you want to be in, basically. You know what? I might take these green skills depending, but we'll wait on that. And I'll save these now. I'll save my skill points, just in case I get more skill hints. Yeah, let's go. Again, we're skipping the race, but you still have to make the decision before the race, so, you know. Skip. Good. I can even with the races in between these 25 turns, I would rather third place or even fifth place those races than fail the debut race. It is such a loss of turns when you don't when you don't first place the debut race, especially as Mayano Top Gun. So of course, inheriting a whole boatload of speed helps out, but you know, actually, while I'm doing that, I should probably look up. Again, we're aiming for as many bonds as possible, but if we can't do that, we just, knowing that I'm failed on stamina, we're gonna take a little bit more stamina if we had to choose. Rest, that's an extra stamina recovered, because I know that the stats I'll get from training is more than the stats I would have gained during that event. Or, in general, it's just good to increase my training stamina as I am right now, so I take it. I'm also looking at the wrong place. I was trying to look at something and I'm ending up not going where I'm trying to go. Gosh dang it. I would like my stamina and stuff a little higher, especially when there are 3 bonds in a training, so 3 bonds is usually the one you just take, in my opinion. If there's 2, you kind of need to decide, but yeah, after that, it depends. Yeah, so here I see 2 in 2 places, but I need to rest. So I'd rather rest. Yeah, and also remembering that these events are happening in between, so these are a pretty good boost to your stats depending on what you need, but obviously, yeah, the most stats come from training and stuff. Do I take... Now let's take stamina. Especially, yeah, with a lot of long distance races coming, I'm just going to take stamina. And speed, but stamina. I think it's mainly stamina. We're going to figure it out. Even if I fail this run, let's at least establish some level of decision in terms of, even though, yes, I don't have 700 speed, if I have 500 speed and 400 stamina as opposed to 700 speed and 300 stamina, let's try to kind of decide. Also, we'll rest again. And now is when I might want to start taking races, but again, we're checking first to see if bonds appear, including this. So I had the left side too with Aoi, but let's focus on Super Creek just for a moment. Oh. And if there's nothing else, then we will then we will go into a race. Probably shouldn't take as much power too, all things considered. If I'm gonna stay escape, I should stick to having it less than for sure 400 power, but 350 is probably where I should be comfortable at. So, yep. And now let's check for races. Yeah, because my stats rose a lot quicker, a lot quicker the last run, which is probably why I raced like at turn 19 or 20, or with 20 turns left, but yeah, here I didn't have the luxury to do that. So, we're going to take this, yeah, it's only 1,000 fans, but yeah, we don't have a lot of good races after that. Also, you have to hit fan thresholds anyway, so 2 Super Creek, so let's take Super Creek. And then we'll go into this race. We'll probably race twice, 2 turns in a row, but we'll skip both of them. It'll depend if more races appear, but so 2,000 meter mid distance, which I should be fine in, but we'll see. Off the top of my head, I think the hard version of one of the daily races is a long distance race, but I could be wrong. Oh, nice. 17th place. What happened? Didn't have enough power. Alright, good to know. Alright, I'll work on that then. That was a waste of a turn. So, even failing a debut race, that was at the same level, getting like 17th place. Not enough power, huh? I wonder if I just fell behind. I feel like I just fell behind during that race. Of course, there's no way for me to tell now, but if that's the case, let's fix that really quickly. So even that may fix it, but let's be sure if there are more. Okay, yeah, let's be sure and fix it. And now we'll need to race a whole bunch, cause yeah. Also notice I think I already had rainbow trainings by this time, but oh my goodness, ooh, that's a ways back, and that's because I don't have enough fans. So yeah, actually knowing that, I should have taken a race earlier. It's too late now, though. Don't fail this. Okay, good. I spoke over her quote, so I wasn't sure if she was getting ready or if she was groaning in agony. I think I took so let's do this one. Yeah, that one is the one I want because I want more training stamina. That said, I'm still gonna rest, but that was the excellent rest, but I couldn't have known that beforehand. What is this again? That was power and skill and stamina keep. I don't remember if that's based on the race distance though. So yeah, we need to start racing a whole bunch. We definitely need to get above 1,000 fans. I'm pretty sure I'm locked out of some races because I don't have enough fans. So let's solve that problem right now. Skip race. Okay, good. We passed that one. And so now we should definitely have we should definitely have more than enough to start even seeing G1 races, mostly G2 races, but we'll see. If we see a G1 race, we might test our luck. Because I should have the speed for it even then. Or maybe I just got lucky. I might have just gotten lucky that one run. Still, we're going to try to look for 2 races in a row. So, nope. So yeah, we're just going to be pretty much on-off racing. That's the balance of having 25 turns, but a high fan requirement. Gotta trade off racing and stat, but I would rather have 25 turns. That way I have the flexibility of choosing, basically, when I want to race and when I want to train. Yes, I know, but I don't think it's race day yet. Yeah, it is race day. I swear, that's why I went in. I was like, I wasn't sure if I had one available, or the one that I was looking at. Skip. Yeah, so my guts is a little low, but to other people, my guts is exactly where it needs to be. Especially compared to my other. If I'm looking at my stats as a whole and the stat distribution, then or my stat balance, then it's pretty much where it needs to be. More speed, obviously, but especially since I'm running runner escape strats. So if there's nothing in training, I'm going to race. Yeah, let's check first though, because if I win this race, I will have gotten the fan requirement. So yeah, okay. Well, we do have one, so we're gonna do this training first. And then we're going to see what's available next week. Intelligence up 3, bond increase. And let's see what we have available. I would need to race again. Can I save time? No, not really. So let's do this race. We've raced twice in a row. Basically, we need to do at minimum 2 races. So unless I get bonus fans and more bonus fans. There are 2 types of fan bonus. The bonus for being first place, like right here, and then the 500 plus fans. If I get 500 plus fans, that might actually save me. Nope. I did get 500 plus fans, but I needed more fans, so it didn't matter. Inheritance, so I should get a bunch of speed here because, well, rental girls. That sounded really bad, but you know what I mean. It's called rental. What do you want me to say? So, actually, I inherited a skill there, along with speed. So, yeah, 68 speed. I think I saw that correctly. And then we got, yeah, a bunch of hints for that. If I wanted to save my skill points, I'd wait, but I don't want to do that, so we're not. We also have rainbow training, but you know what? Considering we might need power and there are 3 bonds there, we're gonna take this. Unless we failed, but it's fine. Power training level 2. Do this so I have AOE outings. With the training stamina recovery. But mainly for the AOE outings. And then we race. And hopefully we win. If not, then 2nd or 3rd place should get me the fan requirement as well. But let's at least not get 6th place or under. Okay, good. We'll still need 25,000 fans, so we might want to race one more time. Unless my training looks really good next turn. So we'll see. An extra 500 fans never hurts either, but... Power Guts. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, I'm yawning. Well, it would probably be an AOE outing or this. Yeah, let's do this. Summer training is coming soon, so I need to race now. Unless that happens. It's not really too good, though. This, on the other hand, 5%, please. Good. Alright, my power is rising kinda high. And we're about to get to summer events, so... You know what? We might actually... if this is not a G2, oh, it's a G3. Let's take it. Let's take this, and then I could rest next turn, but I don't want to risk the off chance I can't skip this race either. I can skip to the last leg, I'll do that, but yeah, I don't want to risk risking getting a bad condition, because that can destroy my run, basically. So we're gonna do the AOE outing. Yeah, so this we're gonna skip the first 2/3 of the race. But we'll see what happens here, because I want to see what skills pop. I didn't buy a lot of skills actually. Now that I think about it. Whoops. It's fine though. If I win this race, it's definitely fine. Even if I don't though, I would rather save them for an actual race. Or a checkpoint race. I don't know what the exact objective race, I guess I should be saying, but... My nose? And if nothing else, I hope this helps people kind of try to strategize their own runs, especially avoiding my mistakes, but anything interesting I do that you want to pick up, feel free to pick up. It's not like strategies exist for one person alone, although coming up with them is something entirely different. I might even want to rest twice. Or, well, only if my rest results in a great rest, otherwise this is just the safe strat, so... I might not even reach enough to get a good chance to succeed my next training, but I could still study, so we'll see what happens during the summer here. So yeah. We're gonna definitely study once. I would like 50 more speed, but also 50 more stamina, funny enough. So, where was I at? I think I was near 300 stamina, but I didn't break it. So, like I said, yeah, maybe even an extra 100 stamina and 50 more speed. So, with that said, let's do this now. We might have to gamble a non-study training, though, but I have to. But I have to definitely study first, because that's too much. I could have rested, I guess, but we'll see. Yeah, I need to not fail this next training, though. Unless I plan to study again. We'll see. Ah, these are both good. But if I need stamina... Good, I passed it. Now I can rest freely. I can be free to rest after this now. And after this, I should be... Well, 50 more stamina, but definitely everything else into speed. My power should be okay, so we're gonna run... yeah, we're gonna go with stick with speed after this. But let's rest first. So that was a great rest, and now we speed train. I would race, but let's stick with our experiment here. Stamina, power, and maestro. So I have everything I need. It's just a matter of whether or not I have everything I want. Well, we also wondering if we have everything we need as well. Let's not lie to ourselves. We don't need the crane game anymore, so let's... No, that's a waste of... You know what? Let's do this just in case I need a little bit more power, like 350. And I think 350 is the amount of power minimum that the base formula that people have come up with is needed. So I mean, it's not gonna hurt me. So, ooh, good stamina. Okay, so that Ogre Cap event is nice. This, on the other hand, I mean, I said I was going to do this, so it's fine. My guts is a little low, but again, compared to stamina, if stamina and guts are treated more or less the same in a way, I would rather have more stamina. And my form, I also try to stick by that in my own formula, where your guts should not be higher than your stamina. On average, anyway. Of course, there are situations I can think of that you might want guts. Let's be specific while we're thinking about it. Basically, if you're training a Rudolph, you might want more guts. The reason is because, assuming that you have lower stamina and you kind of slow down at the first, second, 2/3 of the race, at the last third, especially when her skill activates and you have a higher level version of her skill, then yeah, you want to do that. You want her skill to proc, and to do so, you would build guts over stamina. If that is how guts works, because with lower stamina, you slow down when you're not at the end of the race. But at the end of the race, since you have higher guts, you'll speed back up past 3 people for sure, and then her skill procs, and then you just keep speeding up. That's how I do it. That might be how I plan to do. I was planning to train Rudolph this stream, but I decided against it. Let's watch this race just to be sure, though. Yeah, I was gonna train Rudolph during this stream, but I think I'm just gonna do it off stream and kind of observe my results. And if anything happens and I stream this game again, then yeah, I'll say what happened. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of theory around guts. I don't doubt you still want to kind of, on average, stick with speed and stamina, but that's kind of my idea about Rudolph, especially because eventually people are gonna 4-star or 5-star their Rudolphs, or level her up in that way. Then that means her skill, because if you didn't know, when you level up a character and their skill evolves, especially if for Nat 3 stars, their skill the effect basically increases. So right now it might say something like speed increases a little. Well, it's gonna say the next level is gonna probably say speed increases, and the last level is gonna be speed increases by a lot. So that means if you definitely want the skill to proc, and for Rudolph, you will need to overtake at least 3 people or 3 people. You overtake 3 people, and the best way to do that is if you can set it up. Well, how do you set it up? Go lower stamina, but more guts. So maybe not guts over stamina, but basically build more guts than you would most other girls. That way, when her guts kicks in at the end of the race, and you purposely speed her down behind a couple of horses, a couple of slower horses, or slower girls, then her guts kicks in, she passes at least, for sure she's going to pass at least 3 girls, and then she procs her skill, and then she speeds past. Of course, this doesn't take into account other skills that might be procking, but that's just how I'm thinking of how her skills might activate. So again, and there might be I think there are other skills that proc based on you catching up or surpassing other skills, and that's when guts is kind of more, you kind of want to balance your guts and stamina in that case. But for someone like Mayano Top Gun, Sakura Bakshino if you need it. But definitely Daiwa Scarlet for longer distance races. Just build stamina, you're usually fine. And that's usually their game plan, to go in front and stay in front. Daiwa Scarlet's procs based on her being, I think, in first place, or basically in one of the top 3 positions. Sakura Bakshino just does Bakshino's things. And, yeah, but like I said, for Rudolph is different. I think Special Week is one of them too, where Special Week needs to overtake someone. So Special Week is someone that you build more guts in. So haha, that might just sound like funny lore canon, but gameplay-wise, if that's how her skill works, especially once you level it up more and make it evolve, then yeah, more guts. Also, I didn't need to look at this race, but I just wanted to make sure nothing weird happens. Yeah, safety lead. When the announcer says safety lead, whoever is in front is probably gonna win. So I also need the green banners. I think I need to be training other girls though. I don't have the gold yet, but I basically just need green banners or green rays is what they're called, something along the lines of what they're called. Yeah, it's what they're called, and you need those for me to level up my gold ship. I still need 100k gold, but I need the materials as well. So materials. Was it ale or just a drink? I think. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, stamina. And finally, to the main event, speed. I think I want a little bit more stamina, but failing that, we go speed. I'm definitely over the stamina I had last run, so we'll see if it's enough. We might train stamina one more time, but we're definitely just plowing into speed right after. Yeah, so even if with just this speed now, I have like around at least 30 more stamina, but I would like to say 50 more stamina. No, don't. It's okay, they called you a child, be mature, no! Well, that means we're going to Aoi here, because a 5% off of my usual stats is not fun. And let's see what skills we can take. Let's corner, that's a gold ship. Stamina keep, but only if I'm running that. So otherwise, I would like something I have a discount in though. That fits with my strategy. None of these really do this technically, so but that means I can't really buy anything else aside from, yeah. I mean, it'll have to do when you do a lot of skills. Actually, do I have a lot of skills right now? Actually. I said actually twice. No, I don't. So I shouldn't take that skill. Reset. Yeah, let's just take the unique skill here. Unless I made a mistake and took the wrong skill, but should be fine. I'm gonna skip this race if I can, and let's see if we win. Let me through. Oh. Hishi Amazon and Narita Brian. So, here we go. 3rd place. Yeah, Hishi Amazon. Yeah, so that last time Hishi Amazon is just didn't use enough skills, Tazuna tells me. Thanks for that. The funny thing is, most of these skills that I have available to buy are not ones that would proc on my race or my strategy. So unfortunately, I can't follow your advice, Taz. Well, I can, but I have to not use the support cards I'm using, basically. Or if I am using if I do want to keep using these support cards, I need to get different skills. So, but I don't doubt that something weird happened. So, more training stamina, please. I know I probably overcapped here. Nope, that was just the whole. Oh, that's right. I misread the event name. Gosh dang it. It's fine. I think my power was a bit higher, so you know what? Let's do this. Also, yeah, there's no other training we have, so maybe intelligence, but Do I want to race for skill points then? Let me just fix my options to do this. That way I have to spend less time looking through, but yeah. So, more boost to my stats. Another 25 stats, or 30 stats over? 25 stats? 25 stats. And let's keep going. Again, my power increases here, but then I didn't have this last turn. So, also, LOL rare card. Granted, it's level 30, but 30/35, but Valentine's, no. Yeah, because some Valentine's or Christmas events, your unique skill increases instead. What do I want here? Well, when in doubt, study. I could have taken the stamina training, but I think I have more than enough stamina. So I'd rather increase my speed, but since speed didn't look good, I just studied. Stamina, please. Thank you. Or speed. I keep calling speed stamina. Why do I do that? We're definitely gonna go on an hour. Hey, Hishi Amazon. The only tanned character available right now, especially even in the Amazon, that's not saying anything, that's actually the truth. So, aside from generic characters as well, I guess, but, I mean, do you really want to include generic characters? So, Hishi Amazon, when we can't even train her yet, but soon, she will be coming. Like, oh my goodness, stop being triggered by people calling you a child! Oh my goodness, my motivation. This is gonna... Well, I think I might take a green skill here. Depending. If it's a sunny day. Is it a sunny race? Or 200 meters? No, it's a cloudy. Need to get second place or above. What a bad time for that event to proc. Oh boy. I think that's a sunny day, right? But yeah. Nakayama races, and then if I'm number 6 to 8 in the lineup, it's so bad for me. I could switch my strategy, but that, yeah, because I don't have any other skills to buy. I would, yeah, I don't have any other skills to buy. So you know what? This one needs me to proc a lot of skills, but let's hope. Let's hope 2 to 3 skills is enough for it to work. Otherwise, I have to hope. I have to hope that it that I win the race. Out of curiosity, yeah. So you're okay. Yeah, your stats are just where they need to be. They could be better. Is what the game is saying right there. But as I look at Narita Bryan and Hishi Amazon. Yeah, their performance is gonna outdo me, and I need to get at least second place. Hishi Amazon isn't in this one, is she? Special week, Narita Bryan. I'm only looking at someone who has any signs here. McQueen, Opera, Gold Ship. And now I look better because obviously my stamina is in a better place, so let's hope. Let's hope it all works out. Naka yaru janai ka, omae mo na. Gosh dang it. Alright, we're gonna watch this one because this is the one I'm scared of. I said I was gonna skip it, but not anymore. Oh goodness, static pops, I apologize. So yeah, this is... I could actually speed this up. Let's speed it up, but let's not skip it. Unless something really weird happens. I didn't check the numbers to see which one Narita Bryan and McQueen were, but those are the ones I'm worried about. Narita Bryan is probably going to pass me. It's just a matter of what happens in between. Also, I have the Maestro skill, so it's fine for now. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, definitely a noticeable difference with higher stamina, because with lower stamina, I fell all the way behind there. So yeah, it seems like this is gonna be the way to go if we're running escape. Of course, I would have liked if Pride allowed and the stats, the support cards RNG allowed, I would have done the leader strat, strategy, but everything in this run pointed me towards the runner/escape strategy. So I just need to get URA champion once, and I'd be happy. Okay, so it will proc with that many skills, so... I feel like someone was speeding up there. Nope, never mind, that was a safety lead. No one even finished before it switched the camera. Gosh dang it. So yeah, definitely this is the stamina I want to be at, minimum. And then after that, depending on my power stamina, I want to switch my strategy around. But right now, I'm pretty much on the escape formula path, so I mean, her speed meta, but also not even maxed out motivation. But yeah, also anything could have gone wrong there. If I got blocked by a generic girl and she pushed me all the way back, I could have lost. If someone else ran up and procced a bunch of skills, for all I know, they could have just debuffed each other in the back there. Usually CPUs don't run red skills, but there have been a few races. There have been a few races where I've seen it happen. So this is the race. This is the race here that I lost to last time. So let's see what happens. I pretty much have 100 extra stamina. If I want to be really, really lenient, I had 50 less stamina than I do now. But pretty much everything else is the same, except for minus 60 guts. But again, those minus 60 guts became pretty much stamina and maybe some speed, maybe some intelligence, but definitely stamina. Hey, Hishi Amazon. So skill points up, which will be great because I might want to buy something. Can I even buy something? Close. No, I cannot though. Nothing that would help me, because this is short distance racing. This is not with my strategy, and this is definitely not with my strategy. That's a gold ship skill, by the way, or a base skill that gold ship starts out with. Otherwise, I would take this, even though it probably wouldn't proc, because I need to pass 3 girls. So really, we're looking at nothing. Unless this is a sunny race. This race is during sunny weather. But, yeah, with nothing else here, I might want power. And this is a lot of stats. But my motivation, though. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's think long term. I'm sorry for the static pops. I hear them in my ear, so I assume they're on stream as well. But, yeah. Yeah, if nothing else, maybe you're just zooming through this if you're watching this from the future, but otherwise, oh my goodness. Oh no, I trained, that's right. I didn't go on an outing. But, yeah, we're gonna stick with this and hope for the best. And if this is gonna be because I think this is, I can check just to make sure, but as it loads, I'll check. So, what is this? What is this race? It is a cloudy day, so it doesn't matter. I can't buy any skills that'll really help me. Let's just check this to be sure, and it's like, oh, no, my stamina and guts. But if I proc my blue skills, I should be okay on that front. It's just whatever happens in between, all things considered. My motivation could be a lot higher, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Intelligence is a little low. But what would I trade off of them? Probably power. Actually, power. My power is a bit high if I were to critique anything. So it might be just where I need it to be, but since I'm running escape strat, my power doesn't need to be that high. Yeah, Narita Brian being here is Narita Brian. Rice Shower, Teo, and McQueen, and Rudolph, and Super Creek. So I don't like seeing some of these girls in my races. It scares me so much, but it's fine. Yeah, like I said, my stats are a bit more balanced towards actual victory. My power is a little bit high though, and we'll see what happens. If anything, I probably would have put that power either into stamina or intelligence, and then third priority would probably be speed. And sadly, guts takes the back end, but. Again, I'm working with the escape strategy, so I shouldn't need as much guts. Intelligence is the all-round stat, and power is power. Game just froze, and it's about to crash, so I'm going to preemptively restart my game, because the race, it's not like the race is going to change. I've already gone into the race, so we're going to restart my game really quickly. Yeah, because yeah, that would be the only other thing. Unless for some no, and even I think to some people that would my speed is a lot lower than it should be. Everyone would probably shave off at least 20 of every other stat and just dump it all into speed, and you know that works. But again, here I'm kind of testing things. I'm kind of shaving off things. Otherwise, I would have just done what I did for my first. My first Teo training was a URA champion champion training, and yeah, I won't deny that I think I had good supports and inheritance, but it was mainly because I just went escape speed. So yeah, I mean, for the sake of passing URA finals, if that's your objective, then you gotta do what you gotta do to win URA finals at least once. But other than that, you know, so. Back into the race. Hopefully I pulled it. No, I did not. Okay, good. Ooh, I almost forgot. So it should be back on screen. We're in the loading screen. We're going to go back to the race. It's going to show me all the girls in the standings. But yeah, we're going to go in and we're going to watch this. So, yeah. Whew. So as long as my blue skills proc, I need at least one of them to proc, otherwise I'm gonna start sweating a little. But yeah, Naruto Brian's gonna shoot forward. Was McQueen in this one? Well, if she is, she'll shoot forward, but she has to not pass me. Rice Shower could do the same. Teo gets in front and she does the same. And then Super Creek is similar to Gold Ship in where she might just speed up at the end as well. So, yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. That's my standing right now. If these generic girls start blocking me and I end up using a more power than necessary, then I'm going to be surprised because my power is actually higher than I think it should be. I think I could probably have shaved off 20 to 30 power, but yeah. So yeah, a bunch of generic girls just getting in front here, but it's going to be... Even at the halfway point, we're going to see some people start speeding up. We're going to see the front girls definitely slow down, but in the later, near 2/3 of the race, we're going to see Naruto Brian speed up. And then at the last leg, which is this little tick here, a little bit after, we might see Teo, McQueen, and Super Creek speed up. So, and I need to get at least third. So, I'll let Naruto Brian pass, it's just what happens after that. So... Maestro skill procs, that's nice. I feel a bit better now, but now we pretty much wait till the end. Let's not speed it up, just in case I see something that I can kind of commentate on. I could just speed it up, but yeah. So this generic girl activates a skill, probably not gonna matter, but it's the non-generic girls activating skills I'm gonna be scared of. Also, I'm kind of falling off the back, but as long as I'm on the outer side, I feel a bit more comfortable. Granted, that means I need to speed up a lot more, but usually being the inside hasn't worked out well for me, so let's see how it goes. So, as expected, Naruto Brian there. I'm kind of accelerating a little bit, but let's see if I pass her. Yeah, because based on what I see up here, I'm not passing her, because I have to take her on the outside or cut through to the inside. I did proc a skill, so I'm speeding up, but if Naruto Brian procs a skill, she's going to speed up as well. So I need to pass her here and establish a lead. This will help out as well. And I see McQueen. McQueen's already shooting up. Rudolph's shooting up as well. Is that Rudolph? Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's Rudolph. I did get my other skill procking, so Rudolph might speed up past me here. McQueen, I'm blocking McQueen. That's fine. I'm faster than Naruto Brian, so I should be okay. Yeah, that was second place, right? Don't scare me like that. But yeah, Rudolph being Rudolph, because, and I just blame the generic girls, because the generic girls slow down, which allows Rudolph to overtake and activate her unique skill. And that's not something you want to see. It's not something you want to see. So, that's fine. Yeah, Naruto Brian, I out-stamina her, because with more stamina, I can maintain my speed. So, I will stay ahead of her. But Rudolph will accelerate with her unique skill and just destroy me, so... Unless something happens to Rudolph, like she gets debuffed or something, usually... Also, I didn't have max motivation, but I had to make a choice. So, let's restore our motivation while restoring stamina. Or training stamina. I need to call it something else. Or, now maybe that's for next turn. Oh my goodness, I hate myself for the static pops. But, And then, yeah, we don't need any more power. We shouldn't need any more power, especially if we stick with escape. My worry is, well, no, you know what? Because if an event happens that lowers my motivation, I should be able to restore it by going on another AOE outing as long as I have them available. Also, we can rest here for more stamina. That specific Mayano Top Gun event, I've just remembered at this point. It's just... Actually, I could... No, let's be safe. Let's be safe, because if I rest and my motivation falls, I'm going to hate myself. This is the last AOE event, by the way, so I could also buy the skill she gives me. I think it's a debuff. Or maybe not. Maybe I just got it wrong. Whoops. Yeah, that's... Do I want... Just... No, because I'm not... I should... If I'm running escape, I won't be overtaking anyone. This is the gold ship skill, but I think that requires... Let's stop and think for a moment. I could take more more endurance recovery, because that's literally... Well, yeah, we have the... Or we have the more yellow skills. Basically, I'm just going to probably pop between these two, and I don't have discounts, but at this part... let's see, how close are we to URA Finals? Yeah, we are getting kind of close. So, and I don't want to lose this race. So let's see. Do I take a yellow skill or a blue skill? Probably take a yellow skill, all things considered, because I took the Maestro package, so I should be okay there. Which means I need to take a yellow skill to improve my acceleration / speed. And we'll stick with this. And then next time we'll buy a blue skill. Unless I take the gold. I should look that up during that. It's also raining, so yeah, the green skill wouldn't have helped me because it needs to be sunny. I should probably check up on that, just in case I get that wrong as well. But yeah, the game's telling me I look okay because yeah, now my stats are more balanced towards what I'm trying to do and the races that I'm in. So I should be feeling a lot better. Granted, again, I think personally my power is a bit too high, but other than that, I should have a good chance of winning. Of course, RNG is RNG, but yeah, if nothing else at this point, I want to increase my speed and or my intelligence because, yeah, so right before I said that, I mentioned intelligence because that could have happened, and that can ruin your race. If I see that, whenever I watch other people as well, if I see those late start isn't so bad, but it's when you hang that people end up just getting obliterated by other girls, and heavens forbid there's a Rudolph in the race, because if the player hangs and then Rudolph is there, she passes you and then stays in front of you. So that's really not good. Unless of course maybe you're using Rudolph's skill as well, but you know, that's yeah. So I'm gonna let the race play out a bit while I look up other stuff. So yeah, so I should be pretty good here, but we'll see if anyone else speeds up. No, probably doesn't look like it, but we'll see. So I should be okay to take the gold ship skill, question mark, if I don't need any more stamina, but let's just make sure. Running kiss, eh? Yeah. Yeah, but let's see here. You know what? All things considered, I had to mute myself because something happened in the back there. But all things considered, I completely forgot about this summer training. But it's fine because like I said, I think I'm gonna start building into intelligence here. Definitely want 400 to 500. I personally would like 500, but it would depend, wouldn't it? Oof. This is more stamina than I need, so we're gonna keep stacking intelligence here. At least we have a support there to help boost it. But yeah, ultimately I want this, so yeah, I'm gonna go speed here, and we're gonna go big monkey brain speed after this. And yeah, from there on, oh, do I want to? Okay, good. That was a risk there, but I had to take it. I completely forgot about that summer training, but I think that's because I took an Aoi outing and thought that I was going to run into a, or get recover stamina. So, yep. From now on, I don't have any more Aois to save me, so we stick with what we got. That said, oh, this is, I should be okay now. I have enough blue skill. If I didn't have a lot of blue skills, I would take more stamina. But even with that said, do I just race here instead? I might just race here instead. Let's race instead. This could be a bad play, but yeah, we're gonna race once. This turn wasn't too great for me in training. We're gonna skip it as well. But yeah, of course, being escape building into all speed is I'm pretty much near at where I need to be. I personally would like it to be a little higher, but to most people, they just if you have the stats I have right now, you just plow everything into speed. Even without rainbows, even if there are other rainbow trainings, you just plow into speed. So, you know what? With that said, let's do... Unless I have this. Yeah, I have this. So let's do this instead. I personally like doing intelligence more. And from what I've looked up on, there are some... And I know someone's tested out in the Japanese community. Or there's a Japanese trainer who did a thing on speed and intelligence, which helps out a lot. It's just that it doesn't help you in PvP, so apparently. So yeah, but I mean, if it's to get to URA finals at least once, then yeah, I might just take that gold chip skill. I think I take the gold chip skill. We're taking the gold chip skill. This doesn't this doesn't look familiar as a gold chip skill, it's because this is the 3-star gold chip skill. If you didn't know, when you upgrade your 2 stars to 3-star girls, their skill, they get a longer animation, but basically their skill evolves. Nat 3-star girls, their skill starts as it is, but when they reach 5 stars, their skill improves by 2 grades. So right now, your 3-star girl, it might say your speed increases a little. When they reach 4 stars, it just says their skills is just gonna say their speed increases, and at 5 stars, I think it says something like their speed increases a lot, something to that effect. But yeah, that's the progression of skills, and the gold chip skill I took right there is the evolved 3-star version. So yeah, and I think that's mine because, like I said, my gold chip is now 3 stars. So yeah. We're gonna speed this up a bit. I probably know what's gonna happen, unless something really, really strange happens. But yeah, I'll be listening as well if skills proc. So this stream turned out being just a Mayano Top Gun stream, but it's fine. We'll slow it down here just to see. I saw someone pop a skill back there. I hope that was just a generic girl. Daiwa Scarlet usually won't catch up. It's the other girls that I'm scared of. I see, yeah, that's Opera. But I should be so far ahead. I could still be overtaken within the last 300 meters here. There's Oguri Cap doing Oguri Cap things. She's also speeding up, but I use the skill, so that should kind of balance it a bit. She usually speeds up more, though, so let's hope I take this. Yeah, okay, good. She was pretty close behind, all things considered. She just had to overtake people from the outside, which is why she was a bit slower. But yeah, that could have been scary there. So they're getting a bit faster, which means I might want, or was I seeing a stamina issue? I might have been seeing a stamina issue, but it's fine for now. Because until I get to URA, the stamina jump doesn't really jump that much. It still jumps, but it's going to jump a bit. So my stamina is a bit lower than I'd like. But I think this is around the comfortable place where you should feel comfortable that you can make it to URA finals and become champion. That said, with that, yeah, if I'm gonna just stick with this, I think. Do I need any more skill points? What would I take? Take this and then take this. Sunny days, or take if I'm 6 to 8, then my performance improves. I don't think I'm gonna be learning. Oh, never mind. Last spurt. I think I might be taking that. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm going to take this, and this should pretty much be the last skill I get. Yes, there's the Rudolph skill, but I'm running escape. I'm not going to overtake 3 girls at the end. And if I am overtaking 3 girls at the end, there's something wrong with my strategy. That shouldn't have happened in the first place. So after this should be URA finals. So I should be kind of finalizing my strats. I'll still be training, but I should be finalizing them. And there are a lot of, yeah, I'm taking intelligence. Around 500 intelligence is what I feel comfortable with. Stamina is a bit low, but I don't want to sacrifice any more speed if that's the case. So, my skill points are still a bit low. I don't want to wait till URA to get it, but I still want... My question is, do I want 500 intelligence or do I want more skill points? Let's go 500 intelligence, especially with supports backing me up. So, yeah. Oh, goodness. At least I know that now. Right when this happened, but I need this. An extra 5% here is worth so much. If I get Crane Game, by the way, I'm just gonna be really sad. Okay. Go dash to the rooftop for speed. The Christmas, I don't think I'm gonna get a unique skill level. Yeah, I'm just gonna get more skill points because usually Valentine's or yeah, as I said earlier, Valentine's or Christmas event, your unique skill can level up. I don't know if that's a requirement or if it's based on what girl you're training, but yeah. Out of curiosity, oh no, my stamina. But like I said, my blue skill should be kind of making up for it, so it's fine, question mark. Naruto Brian, Hishi Amazon, as is normal, but I need to get first place, so let's go. Also, I want to say it because I just looked at something over at inside the community. So apparently there are people going around hating on Uma Musume. So yeah, don't do that. I mean, there are always going to be people who hate, but there's specifically Uma Musume is being targeted by people. So that's why you might be seeing things here and there popping up. And you won't. It's not like you'll see it, but there is a noticeable thing, and people. It's already been brought up both, mainly in the Japanese community, but I don't know if the English community has really caught on as a whole yet. But they're definitely just to make it an aware point. So if you see undue hate being given to videos, the anime, the video game, then yeah, just know that there's currently like not a hate train, but there is definitely a hate something out there. So yeah. You know, I'm no more whatever, but I like, yeah, don't hate on things. Don't hate on things like that. I mean, there could be an agenda behind it, but yeah, enough about that. Back into the race. I'm in front. Is someone up there with me that's not a non-generic girl? If there is, I'm gonna be pretty scared right now. Special week here. There is, yeah, Hishi Amazon is always, I think Naruto Brian is pretty much always here as well. That's just part of the story. Super Creek. I should have actually taken a look, but it's too late now. So, yeah, that generic girl helping me block Naruto Brian right there is helping me out. Also, who's also blocking McQueen, who's also blocking Hayahide and Super Creek. So, all things considered, I think I just chalked this race to some RNG, but Naruto Brian could just overtake me right here. I don't doubt it. I'm not popping any skills right now, so she has more than enough reason to. We'll see. My guts will kick in, and so will my skills, so let's see who stays in the lead. Yeah, some people might not be excited by escape gameplay, but I mean, I need to at least get champion as Mayano Top Gun once, so you know what? I'll take it. Also, yeah, McQueen and Hishi Amazon kind of competing back there. That's fine. They can do their thing. I heard a skill pop. Naruto Brian pops a skill. I pop my skill. She might overtake me here. Oh no! And Hishi Amazon just being Hishi Amazon. Gosh dang it. I will clock once here. Otherwise, I would have liked to. No, since I'm in third place, it would have told me, wouldn't it? Well, we'll keep going. I'm pretty sure it might have said something like, "Oh, you need more guts," but we'll see. Also, I don't think I procced a bunch of skills either, so yeah, that shouldn't be my strategy, but I don't have the support cards and or the inheritance. Even with the good inheritances I got into speed and the support cards that are kind of higher than what I normally see people with, then, well, as of right now, it's kind of normal, but basically I don't have the stats, so I need some skills to make up for it. That said, I probably would have liked more blue skills, I think. Yeah, I think I need more blue skills to proc, so let's clock one more time and find out. I would like to make it to at least URA Finals, that way I can kind of tell where I'm at, but yeah, if nothing else, then I know that my power is not where it's supposed to be. Because I don't need power at that point. Why would I need power at the last 200 meters to overtake the people who overtake me at 200 meters? So, yeah, definitely in that regard, I think if I'm going to stay escape, I might just, for the URA Final champion, to make a Mayano Top Gun URA champion, I might just build a more strict escape type strategy. I said I wanted a main gold ship, but the unfortunate truth is my support cards leaned more towards speed. So unfortunately, and when I say that, I don't just mean one card, I mean more than one card. I have a lot of speed, limit broken supports, and I have at least 2 intelligence limit broken supports. So speed intelligence is what I'm at. All things considering what I said earlier about speed and intelligence getting to URA finals, you know what? I might try building that as well myself, and just see how many for myself. Based on findings from a few Japanese trainers, apparently, yeah, speed, intelligence, just pouring into them with enough stamina and power, of course. But basically, minimum stamina, minimum power, low guts, but then you pour everything into speed and intelligence, and you always make finals, if not champion. The problem is what happens outside of that, because obviously that's not good for PvP, but yeah. Also, I see myself proc a few skills. I would like to proc a bit more, though, because I think I'm going to be overtaken if I don't, and I need at least first place. So, yeah, Hishi Amazon's being held up back there, and I know I should. Oh, she procced too. No, I procced it right at the end. Why would you do that, Mayano Top Gun? Oh my goodness, I might clock again. Oh my god, I procced it right at the end. Why would you do this? You know what? We'll do it again, at least so that I can. Oh. Yep. So the game just moved me over to the store for a moment, so let me just try to fix that. Let me see what actually happened on stream, because I didn't see what happened on stream, but we're about to find out. So we're going to pull that down for just a moment. And, yeah. That was pretty funny, though. That does mean might need to watch the race again, but let's see what happens when I do a couple of things in the background, because otherwise I don't have much choice. Unless the game went into maintenance. Is it maintenance right now? Let me check. Otherwise, yeah, that'll probably be the end of the stream then in that case. But let's see here. And because I'm letting things load in the background. So yeah, so basically, if it is maintenance, then I pretty much played right up to the maintenance, which is fine. But if nothing else, I'll record what happened during the rest of that run. But let's just see for a moment what is happening. if it is indeed maintenance. Also, I'm not opening the right thing, so let's find out for a moment. If nothing else, that at least, if it is maintenance, then I at least know what happens when maintenance occurs while you're playing the game. Of course, the game has to open, but... So... Let's see here. Okay, no. Let's check just to be sure. It's not saying maintenance, but it could be maintenance. Let me see. Unless someone tells me right away. While you're staring at this black screen. Sorry for that, but yeah, I need to check things in the background. So give me just a moment. Yeah, so it seems to needs to update, but I don't doubt that once it updates, watch it be a maintenance period. So let me just update this really quick. It put me to the Google Store for some reason. I don't know why it would do that. It's not available through the Google Store. It would be available if you're using a mobile device. It's available through an app. Otherwise, on the 10th, I think it's going to be available through DMM. So yeah, so let's wait for a moment here while I do this. And then let me just check. I've already updated it. So let's see if it updated. Oh goodness, please. Yeah, so it needs to update, do a new version. I did not download the update, apparently. Let me just fix that really quick. Oh goodness, please. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Oh, my nose. As I look at the App Store, I like laughing. There are two top topics that are two top topics on the game's App Store. The first of which being, please don't post 18 plus stuff on the note boards, and the second one is stop selling accounts. Whew. Yeah, don't do that. Maybe don't do that. So yeah, I just thought that was a pretty interesting note as I went to the App Store. And at least knowing that they're cracking down on it. So yeah, we're back, and I don't mind showing the trainer ID. Oh my goodness, I bumped into my mic. Because I'm pretty sure if I'm not full on followers, I mean, I don't mind. So there's that. So yeah, game needed to be updated at pretty much 6 minutes ago, so which is why it cut me out of the race. But I'm pretty sure this race is going to be the same. What worries me is that I used a clock during it. So whoopsie doopsie. And so we're gonna head back into here. And then watch me hit this race, and it's already clocked me. So let's find out though. Let's find out for sure. Yeah, I feel like this is the same, so I should skip this, and I'll be second, I think, question mark? Let's watch this last part just to be sure. Yeah, that was the one where she procced the skill right at the end. Gosh dang it. We'll use the clock here, hopefully. Okay, and we'll use it, and I think that might be my last chance. I didn't check, but let's see what happens here. And we'll speed this up, but I mainly want to see if it, because obviously I'm looking at the last leg of the race. That doesn't help me, but you know what? We'll deal with it. So let's actually pay attention. McQueen right there in the front of the pack. That worries me, but again, I need to get first, so even Narita Bryan beating me is not going to go well. So let's find out. So I procced 2 skills? Question mark. I was looking at something else while I was doing that. Hishi Amazon speeding up there the outside. Narita Bryan cutting through the inside. Procced another skill. I need to proc a 4th though. I didn't even proc her unique skill, so that's a problem already. But yeah, I don't think. Need to keep that, but Hishi Amazon is the last one. Oh, good. I was about to say, that looked like I won. I better have won that one. And now as we enter URA Finals, I feel less certain of myself. But, I mean, that's the end of this story. URA Finals is already kind of a good end. Obviously, getting champion is the true end for that. But, yeah. Actually, we'll see. Was that a sunny day? I probably could have taken... Well, it's too late now. I said I was gonna take... There's another... I think there was another yellow skill I could have taken, though. Let's find out. Otherwise... 18 or 21. Let's up our speed. Let's just test the theory and see if we need a little bit more stamina afterward. Otherwise... I don't think I really have much else to learn. Well, no, that last one didn't count. Otherwise, I would have taken... Yeah. So really, my only real choices are wait for this, but I have to win at least 1 or 2 URA Finals races. This doesn't apply because I shouldn't be overtaking anyone at the last stretch. I should be just staying in front with my strategy. Otherwise, yeah, I would take one of these green skills if I really need to. Be 6 or 8, and then, yeah. Actually, let me just check really quickly. Something because, yeah, I mean, some URA Finals are in cloudy days, but I swear a bunch of them are sunny days. If there's one green skill I usually always take, it's the 400 meter one. The race is a multiple of 400 meters, because usually the URA races are a multiple of 400 meters, so... Let me just be certain, though. I mean, I could just look up Mayano Top Gun's races, but I don't want to... I want to check... I'm checking something else at the moment, so... I mean, I should be able to tell, actually, yeah, because this is clockwise races, right? But you can tell based on, if you're just trying to look at kanji, you can tell because the race will tell you right here. So based on this right here, I'm tapping at it because you can't see anything else. That tells you if it's counterclockwise or clockwise, and I think it's actually clockwise, or it's the one where I have the green skill for, so I could take it. The problem is the other 2 URA final races. But you know what? All things considered... Because again, this is the only one I'd be saving skill points for. But if we're testing out... You know what? If I was really experimenting, I would not take any skills. But because I want to just beat URA finals, let's just take the clockwise improvement. So improved performance during clockwise races. And if you look here, oh, my stamina and my guts, oh, but yeah. All things considered, my guts is pretty low, which is probably why girls are catching up to me at the final end of the race, but so we'll see what happens here. Again, this is the green skill should proc. If it doesn't proc, that'd be odd, but yeah. One last thing, let me check things just in case things are not going wrong behind the scenes. I should have actually looked at the stats because URA Finals is a big spaghetti fest, but it's fine. So, yeah, at this time, people are just making A or A plus girls at this point if you've already, if you've reached that point. Otherwise, you're like me and you're kind of stuck around getting all your girls. Or either you are A finals for every girl, nice hanging by state, by the way, or you are trying to build your inheritance. And, I don't mind being behind because, Uma Musume probably won't be my mainstay game. I'll play it from time to time. There'll be another mobile game I'll play, but yeah, I've made my decision. And I'll keep an ear on the ground, but yeah, at this point I'm kind of more following the flow, but I'm also testing things myself just to be sure. I still have like 20 plus free runs because I have those available. Suzuka, by the way. I don't think we'll see. I'll clock once, for sure. I'll definitely clock if I feel like I've been cheated out of a win, but we'll see. So seeing that is great. I need 2 more yellow skills, minimum, so for me to feel comfortable. Because Suzuka and, yeah, if any of them speed up, I feel like they're going to overtake me. She needs to pop it now. There's the pop, there's the other pop. So both second and third, but I pop mine as well, and I should be okay. Again, escape strategy is I don't want to say brain dead, but it is definitely easier to do, and for good reason. Especially if you're, I would advise it to anyone grinding things out. I mean, that way you don't have to be as stressed trying to build everything up at the same time. Especially since it's going with the flow of how people are building their supports. So a lot of supports right now, aside with me as an exception, because a lot of my supports are like guts. But other than that, it's like speed supports. So yeah, and I don't have much else room. I don't have much more room. So we're going to up our speed here. And this is the second one, so let's find out if the green skill I bought was worth. Because I'm pretty much all in at this point. Let me check. If it is, then I will upgrade it. It is not. It is counterclockwise. Gosh dang it. It's also a cloudy day, so I have to hope. I have to hope. Not that I had another yellow skill that I could buy that would be useful to me, but yeah, this is... You know what? All things considered... No, I don't want to do that. Sorry for the static pop. Do I... You know what? We'll take this skill and hope for the best. That way, when we clock, we have a better... RNG is a little bit more on our side. But we have to be either 6, 7, or 8. So... Out of the 11 or 12 girls, maybe even more, how many girls are in the fight? Well, we're gonna find out right now. There are no more other skills for me to buy. So 18, and I'm 17. So that's definitely not the one I want to be. Who has the best chance of winning? Well, there's an Air Groove and a Daiwa Scarlet. High speed, high stamina, Daiwa Scarlet, Escape. Blue yellow, and then let's take a look at this. Actually, let's look at this Agnes Fujin first. Ines Fujin, sorry. Pretty much the same as Daiwa Scarlet. And then let's take a look at the air groove here. Speed, stamina, yellow, blue, between. So let's find out. I mean, I've reached the URA Finals. I would like to be champ, but I mean, it's a lot better than how my runs, all my past runs, pretty much. So let's hope for the best. So I definitely want every single skill to proc, minus the green skills, because they won't proc this race. I'm running counterclockwise, and I'm not 6, 7, or 8. So I am on the outside, so that will proc for me. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I don't feel really good about this race. I feel like it's less than 50-50, but again, we'll see what happens. I'm already far behind. Fujin is taking the lead, like Daiwa Scarlet. One of those two is probably going to take the lead. But yeah, Fujin up there, not too surprising. We'll see what happens in the second, or the second half to the second third of the race onward. Hayahide. I just also need to not be blocked by Scarlet and or Fujin. That would be really, really bad. McQueen right there. Catching up. Where am I? I'm in the front. I'm in the front, actually. For now. Front on the nearer to the outside, because, well, I did start outside. And she didn't cut inside. So, 800 meters left. Air groove in the back. She can cut to the outside, but we'll see if she does. Otherwise, she's just going to be blocked the whole time. I don't need to worry about her as much. Unless, like I said, she cuts outside. Or she just cuts through. I need more skill. McQueen also popping a skill, so that's going to be scary. Let's hope she doesn't speed up too fast. So I need to stay ahead. I need to keep staying ahead. What else? Or else, what is this speed stat good for? Popped another one. I should stay in front as long as nothing weird happens, like Fujin speeds up at the end here. Or someone comes from the outside, but... there we go. I'm always scared. I don't know how escape people can feel a lot more calm about staying in front when there are literally people on their heels. Even when there's a character space in between, I don't understand how some people can be relaxed, basically. Or be cheering for, like, yeah, you're gonna win, and then all of a sudden, like, a vodka speeds past, and you're just like, well, guess I lost. It's like, that's their job. Anywho, I should have one more in me, so we can reach that, yeah, or 24. I should just go for overall, but yeah, actually, yeah, let's go for overall. If this missing speed here actually ruins me, I'm going to be really sad. Actually, we need to... Let's check the race here first. Is it clockwise or sunny? It's sunny. It's definitely sunny. Is it clockwise? It is. So I might... Actually, you know what? Do I want to spread this? Is it... Oh, this is what I would like to know. So just a theoretical question. Is it more to just stack 1 to level 2? Or is it better to have 2 level 1s proc? Decisions. But in the well, actually, if it's multiplicative, if I even said that right, then I would like, unless the bonus from being level 2 is more than it is more than 2 working at the same time. Also, both of them need to proc as well. Let's just spread them out and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's gonna be what happens. Also to note, this is a mid-distance race at the end here. So Mayano Top Gun goes from mid-distance to a lot of long-distance races, and then back to mid-distance races, or mid-distance race at the very end, which yeah, definitely doesn't help any long-range skills, but a long-distance race skills. Opera El Condor Pasa. I should worry about these people as well. Happy Meek, just in case. Happy Meek usually doesn't win for some reason, even though this is the Aoi storyline, but she has blocked me before, so that's my personal vendetta against her. Yeah, Opera O, all balanced. All balanced between. That seems right. Yellow, blue. And then last I will check is... Oh, you know what? Oh. Yeah, yellow. Yellow. Yellow, even. Even stats escape. That's interesting. Tamamo Cross. Yeah, another betweener. Yellow. Anyway, let's go. I see. Yeah, they're obviously the final URA final race has a bunch of non-generic girls, but that's to be expected. And also they have an average point total of at least 2,500. Granted, you will reach that much by the last race as well because of the bonus stats you get for winning each one, but it goes to show how much total stats you need to reach. So, let's go. Let's see. Let's see if I can close out this stream. So definitely, yeah, all three did proc. What I'm wondering is if it's better to have 3 proc or have 2, but one of them is level 2, or just have one that's level 3, because you can level them up, I believe, 3 times. So here's hoping. So my performance is definitely boosted a lot. So technically, how I view this, I could be wrong, but how I view it is basically all my stats get a performance. Because overall performance, I just translate that to all of my stats get a boost, whether that's an extra 5 to 10%. I mean, if it's 5 to 10%, even if it's additive to each other, so 15% to all my stats, 15% to 600 speed. That's a lot of speed. Especially considering that again, like I said, the overall point value of the girls in URA finals are an average of 2,500 to 2,600, so that just means you just overpower them. So again, if I win this URA finals, it's not because my strategy was so good or something. Literally, I just overpowered them with inheritances, with inheritances, supports, and good skill procs. By the way, yeah, good skill procs. But we'll see. I could always just lose. RNG is a factor. I've seen, even in PvP races or other people's streams, I've seen differences of 100 to 150 stat totals lose because, well, bad things happen. And by bad things happen, I mean a girl just procs all her skills and passes the girl. Otherwise, you get blocked by someone. Usually those are the 2 cases. But this looks pretty good, so you know what? I'll take my URA champion win. But let's not speak too fast. Even though I already spoke too fast. So if they keep activating skills, though, that's scary. If this El Condor Bassa activated 2 skills at the end there, I would have been scared. I would be more scared, but it's fine. Herder, escape speed. It wins races. Again, I'm not surprised. It's just I need the URA champion win, so I'll take it. Also, yes, a lot of my skills did activate. Even if there are green skills, even if you could argue, like, yeah, just because you had green skills that proc, they're not always true for races, and that's true. Past URA finals, I don't expect this Mayano Top Gun to perform very, very well. But, I mean, if it's to build up a girl to just build my team rank higher, I'm so sorry for the static pops, but if it's to build my team rank higher, to basically building the foundation, then this is what everyone's doing. This is what most trainers are doing that know about it. You build, if you can, build them as fast as possible. Even if they're not on escape, you build them fast because speed is just that good of a stat. It limits your other stats, and that's of that. So, without further ado, let's, just because we can, we'll take this. So, I could take a Rudolph skill, but I have her set to escape by now, so yeah. So, yeah, that should be the end here. If I stream this game again, I will, but I don't want to make any promises this time because I'm going to be really busy. So, we'll see what happens. I'll definitely be playing a lot of 2 stars, but yeah, because that's skill, or race, but yeah. Mood Maker, that's the skill I don't often see. But yeah, that strategy and then 1 star into stamina. ASCII shrug. But the grandparents will help me out. So I have a long distance, so I can feed her no, I can't, can I? Yeah. No, it's fine. So again, just to show But yeah, again, I ran her escape. I'm not too surprised by this result. This is kind of within, especially within the formula that the Japanese trainers have come up with, and then now has been translated to English. So again, it's not too surprising. It's I believed it, and so yeah, it does work. Of course, you need to make tweaks here and there depending on your skill set, on your skills that you take, and the races you run into. But that's more player knowledge, along with the events, because the events also add a hefty amount of skills as well. So without further ado, I'll probably end the stream on this note. I'll be doing things in the background, but other than that, yeah, I'll stay for a while in case anyone wants to say anything or ask questions. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Otherwise, if you're watching from the future, I'd like to thank you for tuning into the stream. Or anyone who's watched the whole stream, I'd like to thank you for tuning in as well. But without further ado, yeah, that should be the end of the stream. And yeah, thank you for watching. Jared and MML. I'll be playing other games on my channel, so yeah.